it's a great atmosphere. The players will be up for it, and as you say, there's a lot at stake now.
And we're underway. West Ham kick off with Soler turning it back to Areola. Out towards the West Ham left, headed away by Gomez. West Ham win the second ball, but this time as they knock it forward, Van Dijk heads it clear, and Liverpool win the first free kick of the game. Just a bit of a shove there by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Liverpool take it quickly. Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold 5 yards short of the halfway line, back for Gomez. Gomez slides it forward looking for Salah. West Ham intercept with Jared Bowen. Nice little 1-2, trying to set Bowen racing towards goal, but well spotted by Liverpool, and it's cleared out of play for a throw into West Ham on their left hand side. It's 10 yards, 15 perhaps inside the Liverpool half. Wan-Bissaka takes it, gets it back, drifts forward looking for options, gets one outside him in Paquetá on the outside is going to offer himself in those sort of positions, and Liverpool need to be careful because they're particularly strong when Emerson gets forward down the left as well with West Ham. Now they move it forward down the right hand side, and this time the flag is up against Mohamed Kudus, and Liverpool have got a free kick. Mark Walters.
Yeah, good line again from Liverpool. Very impressed with the previous game where their back line was really solid and straight as a die, and stupid runs like that will always be offside. But Liverpool have to be careful with Paquetá, who I'm a big fan of. I think he's one of their best players, and obviously Bowen, who scores mainly most of their goals.
Liverpool building from the back. Who had 2 minutes of play, 0-0. Turned back for Alisson in goal. He was all in yellow tonight. Across the defensive line from Van Dijk to Gomez, who strides forward into centre field. Touches it into the path of Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then Liverpool advance again out to the left-hand side. It's Luis Diaz picks out the run of Cody Gakpo, guides it back to Andy Robertson. Robertson for Van Dijk on halfway, just inside the West Ham half now, looking for options. Every West Ham player back behind the ball. Diaz on the left, roll further back, 5 yards for Robertson. Again the patient build-up with Van Dijk. Considered playing it square, but Jared Bowen was in a possible position to intercept, so went for the goalkeeper and then got it back. Lofted ball forward for Gakpo, controls it instantly, gets a runner outside him in Diaz, cuts in field and past the runner Paquetá. Liverpool go back to Gravenberch, then Alexander-Arnold. Salah cuts inside the penalty area and then left it for Alexander-Arnold to fill in behind him, and eventually he gets it and guides it forward, and it's a lofted pass that West Ham get clear. Nice bit of tidying up work there by Soler for West Ham, who eventually go back to the goalkeeper, being put under pressure. And then a slightly late challenge there by Curtis Jones.
Yeah, I think it just a sharp turn there from the West Ham defender.
Yeah, Mavropanos turning him as he ran out to the right touch line, outsmarted him, brought down. Free kick for West Ham. Mark Walters.
Yeah, there was nothing malicious in there, just an unfortunate collision there. But what I do like is the pressure that Liverpool are putting on West Ham under, which is fantastic if you're going to get a result here.
Long clearance down the field. Liverpool win in the air, and it's a scrap on the halfway line to see who takes control of it. Eventually Jared Bowen from almost halfway knocks it back to his keeper, who's all in pink this evening, and West Ham come forward and then go back with Paquetá to Areola. Picking up possession is Alvarez. Mavropanos for his goalkeeper once again. Right-footed clearance, chipped out towards Wan-Bissaka. Liverpool win possession. Gomez for Van Dijk. Van Dijk weighing up the situation, decides to play it short for Robertson. Robertson gives it away to Jarrod Bowen. Kudus is in the middle as well. Jarrod Bowen with a low cross, a chance at the far post. Sliding in to make the connection. West Ham had a spare man, and it was a missed chance from Paquetá. That was a dreadful mistake from Andy Robertson.
Yeah, just sort of lacking a bit of concentration there. Got to be switched on, else West Ham will take advantage of any slip-ups for sure.
And Paquetá actually slipped when he was trying to connect with the ball right-footed. And maybe that's a factor behind him not being able to put it on target, but that was a real chance for West Ham.
Absolutely the reason why he didn't hit the target, but Liverpool have got away with it. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Nice ball to the left-hand side for Cody Gakpo, cutting in, threads it through to the far post. Salah shoots, it's a magnificent save by the goalkeeper. He evaded the offside trap. Lovely ball from Gakpo.
What a save. Actually, the goalkeeper's done brilliant to get to the other side of the goal to make the save, but you'd have thought it'd have easily put it past him, but great save from the goalkeeper.
He took it first time, Salah, left-footed, caught it cleanly. Good stop by the goalkeeper. But I think Liverpool have got a corner. That's Liverpool's best move of the game so far.
I think if he had the chance again, he'd put it in the other side where the keeper was coming from, but first touch is always the best way to do it.
Liverpool corner on the right-hand side. There's a bit of malarkey inside the penalty area. Kudus has gone down. Referee Anthony Taylor having a word with a few players. Liverpool have got 4 players in and around the edge of the penalty area. In comes the flag kick. Headed goalwards, but the referee says that came off a Liverpool head last, and it's behind for a goal kick.
But that will give their goalkeeper a lot of confidence, getting across there like he did. If he had his chance again, I think he would have put it on the other side. But great anticipation from the goalie. Yeah,
Salah took it first time, and he's in fabulous goal-scoring form. Good save by the goalkeeper, but here come Liverpool. McAllister threads it through to Salah. Salah, chance at the far post. Cody Gakpo.
Yeah, I just can't understand what happened there. It looked like he just... Did he go behind him, or
mistimed his leap? Just didn't look to make any sort of real connection. It was a lovely ball from McAllister. Threaded his pass through Salah with the cross, and it just seemed to...
I think it went over his head. It was just a bit too high for him,
yeah, I think he looked as though he wasn't sure whether to stoop down, or have a dive towards it rather than stoop down, but in any event he didn't make the necessary contact. Strange movement towards it, but
maybe he thought he was going to hit the post, I don't know, but it's a strange situation.
8 minutes gone, 0-0, but chances at both ends. Liverpool in possession with Curtis Jones. Nods it down to McAllister. Didn't find his man. Kudus is challenged there by Andy Robertson. And then Liverpool win a free kick.
Hopefully that
Hopefully
that tackle from Andy Robertson will give him a bit of confidence.
Yeah, he just looked as though he was caught in two minds, didn't he? And then when he actually delivered the pass, it just had nowhere near the necessary power nor direction. But here come Liverpool, crossfield ball, picks out Gakpo, left-hand side. Then a runner outside receives the pass from McAllister. It's Robertson down towards the byline, got the low cross in. That was the attempt, at least, but it's blocked by Sofal. And Liverpool have got themselves a corner on the left-hand side. Still 0-0. Mark Walters.
Great situation there. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get it out of his feet quick enough to get that cross because they had a man over at the back. So Liverpool were disappointed with that.
West Ham have got 6 players in and around the 6-yard box as they approach it zonally. Liverpool have got 4, 5 at the far post.
Bit of a bus stop there at the back,
making the movement towards it. In comes the cross. I think that came off a West Ham player last year. Yes, it did. The referee has given the corner kick.
Yeah, I think there was a hometown decision there.
No, he hasn't. He's given a goal kick. I thought the referee had actually given a goal kick. I think he's suggesting that maybe
it came off the West Ham chest, if you like. But
I think it came off Kilman last, didn't it? The referee suggesting that it came off Gomez, but the ref had it wrong there.
Yep.
10 minutes gone. West Ham trying to build from the back. Forward ball for Kudus, 15 yards short of halfway. Manages to shake off the attention of Andy Robertson and switches it out to the left-hand side. Paquetá linking up with Wan-Bissaka. West Ham work it square with Kilman and Mavropanos, and Kilman back to Mavropanos. Midway inside his own half, long ball forward, trying to pick out the run of Vladimir Sofal, but nowhere near the West Ham wing back. And Liverpool come again, long ball forward, a little bit too straight perhaps, but West Ham are going to get there and defend it. Lofted pass goes out of play. Liverpool throw 10 yards, 15 from the edge of the 15 perhaps from the edge of the West Ham penalty area. On the left, taken by Robertson. Diaz, who's barely been involved so far, given the hurry up there by Kudus, managed to get his pass out to Alexander-Arnold. Salah back to Alexander-Arnold, and Liverpool with Gomez for Gravenberg, who was under a little bit of pressure there.
West Ham are playing 3 up against Liverpool's back 3 there, and although it's an attacking move, it might leave a bit of space in behind for Liverpool to exploit.
Yeah, they haven't really gone, certainly so far, with the expected formation. There's a cross out towards the right-hand side. Salah running at Wan-Bissaka inside the penalty area now. Crosses. The goalkeeper gets a touch on it. Doesn't take it out of the penalty area. Liverpool hit it back in towards the far post. Salah tries to bring it down. It slightly runs away from him. Edge of the penalty area. Threads the ball through for the potential run of Curtis Jones, Alexis McAllister or Luis Diaz that didn't materialise. Safely through to the goalkeeper. No problem for West Ham. It's still 0-0. 12 minutes gone. Mark Walters.
Yeah, they're still feeling each other out. I think Liverpool will be slightly happier of the two, the way things have started. But as I said, West Ham are definitely playing 3 up against back 4/3. So there's an attacking move from them. But as I said, it might leave a bit of space behind for the Liverpool forwards to exploit.
West Ham work it out towards the left-hand side. Liverpool keep it in play with Gomez, but his header only went straight to a West Ham player in the shape of Edson Alvarez, and eventually it's put out of play for a Liverpool throw-in on that far side, the Liverpool right.
West Ham are under a little bit of pressure at home. They haven't had a brilliant home record this season, so the pressure is definitely on West Ham to get a result today.
Liverpool in possession with Joe Gomez. Back it goes to Virgil van Dijk, and now West Ham out of possession, slip back into the back 5. Lovely 1-2 with Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Doesn't quite come off, but the clearance is only back to Alexander-Arnold. McAllister for Trent Alexander-Arnold again as he moves forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Back to McAllister. Liverpool building again. Working it across the centre circle for Virgil van Dijk. Robertson for Diaz. Diaz infield. Tried to work a 1-2 that didn't come off, and Jarrod Bowen working diligently back in his own half. Has possession for the Hammers, but he's brought down there by Curtis Jones, and West Ham have a free kick. He's a fabulous footballer, but a great competitor as well, isn't he? Yeah, absolutely great competitor. But earlier there, when Trent had the position there, I thought he was going to whip a ball in similar to the one he did at Tottenham, but unfortunately he just delayed and pulled back. So need to get the ball in early if you're going to get West Ham out of position, if you like. Yeah, it's something that they did a little bit in the first half against Leicester, though they were totally dominant and forced Leicester back. I think sometimes they were not as quick as they could have been with their forward passing, but that's a lovely ball from Alexander-Arnold for Mo Salah, homing in towards the edge of the penalty area. Threaded through to the runner, Curtis Jones. It's saved by the goalkeeper. That was a really good stop. It was all tightening up for Curtis Jones as he latched onto the pass, and that's good work from Mohamed Salah. Down by the byline. West Ham thought it had gone out. It hadn't. They keep it in play, and Wan-Bissaka on the left, cutting in on his right foot. Manages to take the challenge of Luis Diaz and maintain possession, and then a long forward ball. Mohamed Kudus is adjudged to have
definitely impeded. Definitely impeded. But going back onto the Jones chance there. If he had his chance again, I'm sure he would have just dinked it over the goalkeeper as opposed to just hitting it flat.
It, didn't he? And it was a lovely ball. Fantastic
ball.
Mohamed Salah as he raced in towards goal. He spotted the run of Curtis Jones.
If he just dinked it, he would have been
in.
Here
come Liverpool with Gakpo down the left-hand side. He's inside the penalty. The ball is slightly behind Andy Robertson. Back for Gakpo. Trying to find a bit of space. Liverpool have to withdraw to 10 yards outside the penalty, and then back out to Roberts on the left. Low cross put behind for another Liverpool corner kick. They're putting on the pressure. He had a similar move against Tottenham the other night when Mo Salah, in a similar position, worked it through to Darwin Nunez, and he just smacked it on the turn. The goalkeeper saved it.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, don't get me wrong. It's a difficult chance because unless he goes through his legs, it's going to be difficult to beat him. But if he could just dink that ball a little bit higher over his body, I think he would have scored.
It's still 0-0. 16 and a half minutes gone. Corner on the left-hand side. Alexis McAllister to take. Liverpool try the Arsenal corner kick again. This time it comes in. It's headed away there by Mavropanos. Gravenberg retrieves it for Liverpool inside the penalty area. Lovely shot on the turn. Worth an effort from Cody Gakpo. But it's off target and behind for a West Ham goal kick.
Yeah, but worth, again, that change of pace that Gravenberg does was in full effect there. I think Gakpo would have been offside anyway, but I'm so impressed with this change of pace that Gravenberg has to his game nowadays.
Because he's able to receive the ball on the half turn, isn't he, and turn away quite often in those congested midfield areas. That wasn't one of those situations, but still able to pick out his man. Fabulous bit of defensive work from Virgil van Dijk to pinch the ball and work it infield. Eventually it comes to Curtis Jones, wriggles away from Soler. Right-footed ball to the left-hand side for Diaz. Diaz back to McAllister, 15 yards inside the West Ham half. Forward ball to Diaz, but Liverpool eventually come back to Robertson. Everybody bar Alisson inside the West Ham half as Gomez's pass out towards the right-hand side for Salah. Back in for Trent Alexander-Arnold. McAllister for Andy Robertson to the left of the centre circle. Back with McAllister in a more central position, probing and pressing as the forward ball found Diaz. He tried to help it on towards Salah, who was running in behind, and just ended up heading it skywards. And West Ham thought they'd won themselves a throw-in, but no, it's come off Mohamed Kudus on the left-hand side, and Cody Gakpo takes the throw 20 yards inside the West Ham half. It's back for Virgil van Dijk, and Liverpool start to build again, but well, Curtis Jones was back on his heels there, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting the pass, as you say, a bit on his heels. I think there's a lack of communication there from the two players.
Liverpool still managed to maintain possession, but you've always got to be alert when your teammate's got the ball and he's running towards you. And now Mo Salah, of all people, takes his eye off the ball and it runs out of play for a throw into West Ham. Taken quickly, and they're raiding down the left-hand side. In comes a cross, headed away there by Virgil van Dijk as West Ham had two runners inside the penalty, and Liverpool get it clear only as far as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, operating on the left-hand side, coming forward, and West Ham maintaining possession. Out it goes to The left and in towards Paquetá. Lofted ball for Wan-Bissaka. Headed away by Gomez. Back out it goes to Emerson. Emerson short to Wan-Bissaka. Into the box it comes and Liverpool get it clear. Something for Mo Salah to chase.
Yeah, just a little bit of lack of concentration there from
the goalkeeper
Trent.
for West Ham.
A little bit of lack of concentration from Trent there. Needs to be concentrated when he's clearing the ball like that.
Mavropanos and Areola exchange passes on multiple occasions. The West Ham keeper has it inside the penalty area. 20 minutes gone, it's 0-0. Total Sport Merseyside with Liverpool every step of the way. Same with the Blues. We'll be with the Reds on Sunday when they take on Manchester United at Anfield. Lofted ball forward, I think.
I'm not sure if he meant to
I think he spotted
shoot there, really, but
the goalkeeper was off his line, Trent Alexander-Arnold, but
really
hit it from 40 yards plus. Possibility it could have made an unusual cross towards the far post, but in the event it sailed behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it would have been an audacious effort if he'd have hit the target there, but I think the keeper would have got back in time. But again, need to turn that screw, need to keep piling the pressure on if you're going to get any more chances.
Yeah, and need to be much more defensively alert than they have been on a couple of occasions so far. And when they've cleared, as they did a couple of minutes ago, clearance straight to a West Ham man, immediately put them under pressure. West Ham in possession with Wan-Bissaka. Wins himself a free kick for a foul from Ryan Gravenberg. West Ham take it quickly.
I think the first goal is always important, but I think today it's even more so because West Ham's confidence is just starting to rise a little bit.
Forward ball from Soler is cut out by McAllister. Curtis Jones for Diaz inside the penalty area, left hand side on his right foot. Diaz shoots! That's a good stop from Areola and a really decent effort from Luis Diaz. And that's Liverpool almost getting the breakthrough after doing things a bit more quickly. Yeah,
doing things a little bit quickly, passing the ball a bit more sharply, and more importantly, hitting the target, which is what we need to be doing. Hitting the target when we get these situations. Yes, the keeper's doing well so far, but he's playing above himself, in my opinion, at the moment.
A couple of really good saves so far from Areola. Liverpool corner on the right-hand side. Going to be taken by Alexis McAllister. Plenty of black shirts in and around the penalty area. They've got Robertson on the edge of the 6-yard box. In it comes towards Diaz with a header, connected well, but directed it just a little bit too high.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Off target.
Yeah, it was difficult for him to direct it really, with coming off the top of his head like that. But a great delivery. Just unfortunately couldn't get it on the top of his target. Couldn't get it over his forehead, which would have made it more accurate.
Or the little sort of glance just to the near side of his forehead would have made the difference, wouldn't it? 0-0 it remains. 23 and a half minutes gone. Long clearance finds Kudus on the left hand side. Back he goes to Sofal. Kept in play by the West Ham man. Turns it back to Mavropanos. And then the goalkeeper helps it out to the left hand side, and West Ham try and build in towards Jarrod Bowen. Lofted clearance from Virgil van Dijk. West Ham with Wan-Bissaka back to help them out, but Liverpool in possession with Curtis Jones out near the right touch line. Here comes the challenge. It's out for another Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah, what they're doing as well, they're doubling up on Mo Salah when he gets the ball out there, so they're going to have to pass the ball quickly to him, or maybe even avoid him completely.
Crossfield ball from right to left to Gakpo from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wonderfully controlled by Gakpo. Back for Robertson, then McAllister turns it back for his skipper Virgil van Dijk. 10 yards inside the West Ham half. Short for Curtis Jones, who receives it with his back to goal and then turns. Gets it back from Joe Gomez. Passes to the right hand side for Alexander-Arnold, then down the line for Mo Salah. Wasn't the best pass, and Salah had to work hard just to try and keep it in play, and then backheel it, but presented possession back to West Ham. But now here come Liverpool. Lovely ball down the right hand side. Salah with the low cross towards the near post. West Ham managed to get it out of harm's way. It's gone out for a Liverpool throw-in, level with the edge of the 6-yard box or thereabouts on the right hand side. Salah gonna leave it for Alexander-Arnold to take. Liverpool probing and pressing and still trying to find a way of opening up this West Ham backline and getting the first goal of the game. They've had the chances. The goalkeeper's made a couple of good stops. Cody Gakpo tried a 1-2 there with Andy Robertson. Robertson's pass asking just a little bit too much of Gakpo, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, just a little misunderstanding there. Obviously he's gone inside instead of him going outside, which he normally would do. But Robertson's now coming into the game now, and he's getting his confidence back.
West Ham take the goal kick and work it into the right back position before clearing long downfield. It's one in the air there by Virgil van Dijk. Gomez turns it back to Alisson. Alisson clips it forward, right-footed. Diaz with a lovely short-headed pass for Curtis Jones, who heads it out to Andy Robertson. Diaz on the turn. Curtis Jones manages to maintain possession. That's a lovely bit of trickery from Curtis Jones. Eventually the ball was taken off Luis Diaz just as the pass from Curtis Jones was about to find him. But West Ham, some fine work there.
Yeah, good strength
for Mohamed Kudus, running in field, and then out it goes the left-hand side to Wan-Bissaka. But Liverpool are alive to the situation. And Joe Gomez, well, I thought Joe Gomez had done enough to see the ball out there. I thought it had already gone out of play before it actually hit Joe Gomez's heels.
Yeah, he's adamant that he didn't touch it, and hopefully nothing comes of this, because it looks like...
we're getting a replay of this.
Yeah, it comes off the West Ham player.
Yeah, the last contact is clearly off Emerson. And Anthony Taylor, you know, in those situations you have to be sure. Yeah, and he can't have been sure because it didn't happen what he thought had happened.
Yeah, just hopefully it doesn't come in anything of this, because the referee will look.
Corner on the left from Soler, punched away by Alisson. Sofal heads it down towards Bowen, right edge of the penalty area. Has McAllister for company. Low cross headed away by Gravenberch. Kudus knocks it down to Sofal. Kudus gets it back, level with the penalty belt, out towards the touchline. His cross came in, but it hit the player running towards the penalty area to make up the numbers. That was Vladimir Sofal, and it's behind for a goal kick. And eventually justice is done.
Yeah, I just want to say
the referee got that wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. If West Ham had scored there, the referee would have definitely had egg on his face, to say the least, or some other kind of material. But luckily nothing came of it, and Liverpool lived to fight another day.
0-0. 28 minutes have gone at the London Stadium. Liverpool in possession, but inside their own penalty area. Alisson all in yellow tonight, the Liverpool goalkeeper. Works it out to the left-hand side of the penalty area for Van Dijk. Long ball forward for Luis Diaz. Header is won by Mavropanos. Liverpool pick up possession with Gravenberch. Dispossessed by a really good challenge there.
I think that's
Alvarez.
I think I was going to say this. I think that's a microcosm of West Ham's play there. Their final ball at the moment seems to be very poor.
But here come Liverpool on the attack. Salah, right edge of the penalty area. In comes the cross from Alexander-Arnold. Headed away by Kilman. Going to be retrieved by Alexander-Arnold, racing out towards the right touchline. Liverpool in their change strip, all in black tonight. Alexander-Arnold runs in field, then finds Diaz. Quick for Diaz again. Diaz shoots. Liverpool 1-0 in front. Fantastic finish from Luis Diaz. The hard work was done initially by the run in field from the right-hand side from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was worked towards the edge of the penalty area. Luis Diaz initially tried a 1-2 that didn't come off, but the ball broke back to him from a West Ham defender, and he smashed it right-footed beyond Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool take the lead at the London Stadium. West Ham 0, Liverpool 1. The goal scorer, it's Luis Diaz.
Absolutely fantastic play. Yes, he rode his luck, but didn't he earn that luck with that turn when he got past Mohamed Kudus? Ball broke to him, and what a fantastic finish, doing the goalkeeper with his eyes, looking one way and scoring in the other. Fantastic finish from him, and sums up his game and his season so far. Brilliant.
Lovely crisp finish from Luis Diaz, and you can hear what the Liverpool fans make of it all. Not the best time to be travelling to the capital. I can tell you a number of trains were cancelled this morning. I know because mine was one of them. And the trains that were due to take the Liverpool supporters back tonight, the two that are after 8 o'clock, have both been cancelled. Now,
don't say that.
No, they're the ones to Liverpool, man. You're okay.
I'm okay for a change. But getting back onto the game, what a fantastic finish. Really, really impressed with that. Done the goalkeeper with the eyes, and the goalkeeper had no chance. Brilliant.
But the Liverpool fans playing their part, getting behind their team despite their travails with all the train problems. There's a long ball forward, finds Bowen inside the penalty area. He's adjudged to have fouled Virgil van Dijk. I thought he was offside.
I thought he was
when the ball was floated forward, but no sign of a flag from the assistant on the near side.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was
offside. Contact with Virgil van Dijk as he moved across to make the block. I don't think there was anything sinister from Jarrod Bowen at all as he brought the ball down left-footed. And Virgil van Dijk came in to make the block, and I think as he
his follow-through hit him.
His left foot,
his follow-through hit him on his ankle, and I think you'll need a lot more than that to get Virgil off the field. He'll be okay. But again, a good line from Liverpool. He would have been offside anyway, which have been very impressed. They've obviously worked a lot on this.
But in that case, if the flag would have gone up when it should have done, then Virgil van Dijk wouldn't have got kicked on the ankle.
Exactly. Well, I've always said, when these decisions are done, why don't they put the flag up anyway?
Yeah.
For me, it's a travesty.
West Ham worked the ball back to their goalkeeper, Areola, out towards the left-hand side, the Liverpool left rather, for Robertson with a header for Gakpo. Nice turn by Gakpo, brought down as he play on, says the referee, and West Ham come forward. Paquetá with the through pass, but he got that all wrong.
Yeah.
Thankfully, from a Liverpool perspective, as West Ham had a runner.
That's the problem when you hit a ball with the outside of your foot.
Straight to the goalkeeper.
It can go anywhere.
Yeah, I just think in those situations, you've got to hit it with some certainty. But West Ham win back possession on the loose pass, and then the loose pass from Wan-Bissaka is picked out by McAllister, helped on by Curtis Jones. Here's the goal scorer, Luis Diaz, on the left-hand side for Liverpool. Short pass in field to Curtis Jones, 5 yards outside the penalty area. Tries a right foot shot, very comfortable for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he just instead of him putting his lacy through it, he just tried to curl it into the far corner, and I think he missed it and he went straight to the keeper's hands. But
it's encouraging, I think, from a Liverpool point of view, that Curtis Jones, since he's come back into the team, is getting into really good positions in and around the penalty area. He got that goal the other night against Leicester, of course, and I think he's another body in and around. There's McAllister picks out Gravenberg, but it hit the Dutchman's heels, and West Ham were able to clear and work the ball out to Sofal, right hand side. He's going to have to battle to keep it in play. Alvarez picks up possession, gets away from Luis Diaz, and then Mavropanos for Alvarez. Paquetá, Alvarez trying to trick his way away from 3 Liverpool players who are getting closer to him, but eventually West Ham do find a bit of space and advance into a decent area down that left hand side, and Liverpool trying to get bodies back behind the ball. Kilman higher up the pitch than we normally see him. Here's Kudus on the left hand side, gets the cross in. It's a lovely header there from Paquetá, but he only just lofted it with his near post header into the hands of Alisson. Looked more threatening than it was, as we're in a position where we can see the cross come in. You just think, well, the header's going to be flying into the back of the net, but perfect positioning from Alisson.
I think Trent's gone down on the... No, it's Gomez, sorry. He's gone down on the right-hand side there. But getting back onto Curtis Jones there, if he wants to stay in his team regularly, he has to put goals to his games, and then that's why he's shooting more and he's more impressive, particularly in front of goal.
The referee is having a word with Carlos Soler. There was a bit of a wrestling match between Soler and McAllister. Now I don't know whether that's subject to any VAR review or not, but Liverpool have got Joe Gomez down, and he looks to be in a bit of trouble because he's not the type of player that goes down easily. He's as bad as tough as they come, and he's been spoken to by the Liverpool medical staff who are talking back to base with the hands.
Yeah, it looks like a pulled muscle to me.
Over their mouth.
Looks like a pulled muscle to me. I think he'll do well to get off. Yeah, just a little bit of maybe a hamstring, maybe.
As he made the challenge there when Kilman was coming forward, there was a contact with Kilman on his foot, and I think it's just slightly jolted him, and on these sort of cold nights as he's pulled up, I think maybe he has pulled a muscle. Jarell Quansah would be the obvious candidate to replace him. He's being readied, he's about to come on, he's getting a word of advice from the manager Arne Slot, or words of advice. I think the Liverpool manager has made it clear he really thinks that Jarell Quansah has got a big future, but he's made it clear to him on a couple of occasions that he has to do better in terms of concentration and physicality on occasions. And he's going to come on for Joe Gomez.
Yeah, unfortunately Gomez has, in my opinion, pulled a muscle there, probably the hamstring. But it's a great great opportunity rather, for Quansah to establish himself in his team.
Ibrahima Konate still out injured. We do expect him back pretty soon, along with a couple of other Liverpool's injured players. Conor Bradley notably will be back in the picture. Long clearance downfield from Alisson. Luis Diaz competes for it with Kilman, but fouled him in the process. We've had 37 minutes of play. Liverpool lead by a goal to nil. Luis Diaz with the opening goal of the game. Jarrod Bowen goes back to halfway for Mavropanos. Infielder comes from Sofal. West Ham work it out to the right for Kudus. Wriggles away from one challenge and is there to pick up possession. He's going to have a crack at goal. Left-footed shoots. Oh, he's hit the post with Alisson beaten. And then Alexander-Arnold races away and clears against Wan-Bissaka. It's behind for a Liverpool goal kick. But Liverpool have had a lucky escape because that was fantastic work from Kudus. Winning possession, a lovely 1-2, racing it towards the edge of the penalty area, and from just outside the D, cracked it goal with left-footed. It beat Alisson, but struck the woodwork.
Yeah, that's a warning for Liverpool there. You can't allow players of that ability a free shot on goal. There's no one in a metre, 2 metres of him. So hopefully that's the warning that they'll heed and not allow players of his ability a free shot on goal 18 yards out.
Alisson, as Liverpool restart, gets it over to the left-hand side, looking for Luis Diaz, beaten to it by the head of Konstantinos Mavropanos. He's a bit of a maverick player, and sometimes he's not the most consistent, but in full flight he's a fabulous player to watch, isn't he? Bags of talent.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, as I said, any player in the Premier League, you give it 18 metres of space to shoot at, they're going to hit the target. Unfortunately for Liverpool, he just missed it by hitting the post.
McAllister turns it back to Jarell Quansah. Liverpool trying to look at ways to open up this Hammers backline again. Alexander-Arnold infield for McAllister. Floated ball forward. I think Salah was offside, but the referee way play on. Ball chance for Salah. Salah wriggles past his man, and Cody Gakpo knocks the loose ball into the back of the net, and Liverpool make it 2. Lovely floated ball from McAllister, high, and when it dropped in behind the West Ham defence, Liverpool were motoring towards the box. Looked like a really good opportunity for Mo Salah to get his customary goal. I think the VAR are going to have a look at this, but in the end,
Mo didn't touch it.
When Salah raced towards the ball when it was delivered to in the box, it eventually broke free for Cody Gakpo, and Gakpo did the rest from close range. It's West Ham 0, Liverpool 2. Cody Gakpo with a goal.
Fantastic skill from Mo there. I'm hoping this goal gets awarded because it's so if you blink you miss it. That little skilly there just turned him, and there he's got the ball to Gakpo, who's just got a simple situation of passing the ball into the net. But Mo has to take a lot of credit for that assist, which is what he's as good as scoring at the moment. It's a fantastic bit of play for Mo Salah.
It's another assist for Mo Salah. It's another goal for Cody Gakpo. But that was really clever for Salah, I think, not to attack the ball, to leave the ball for Diaz.
Yeah.
Because he was the furthest man forward, Salah.
Absolutely.
He may have been offside.
Very intelligent player, which we all know he is a very intelligent footballer. And great little turn for him. I don't know how he did it, pirouetted if you like onto the ball.
Yeah, it was a balletic move, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. The ball went through his legs, and in the end he got the ball to Gakpo, who's simple, had to just pass it into the net.
And that was just a matter of seconds after Mohamed Kudus had struck the foot of the post with Alisson beaten. Small margins.
Absolutely, and that's the difference between the best and average.
Ball forward from Virgil van Dijk, deflects off a West Ham player, and eventually Mavropanos clears downfield. Jarell Kwanzaa short for Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool trying to work it in towards the right edge of the penalty area, but Mo Salah, like he's being blocked off, as Ryan Gravenberch in a really good position as well. West Ham get it clear.
I think Liverpool can control the game again now and just really just turn that screw just before half time.
Yeah, because if they can go in at the break at least 2 goals to the good, then West Ham are going to have to change their game plan for the second half.
Totally agree.
Here come Liverpool. Nice ball for Salah from Gravenberch. Cross towards the far post for Cody Gakpo. Might break for Addy Robertson. Picks out Gakpo. Gakpo looking for Salah, headed away by Wan-Bissaka. When it drops, Gravenberch picks out Trent Alexander-Arnold. Salah inside the penalty area, pulls it back towards Luis Diaz. West Ham get it clear, but Liverpool are chasing it back with Diaz. Wins possession again. Alexander-Arnold. Salah inside the penalty area, pulls it back, but West Ham have got bodies in there. They just can't get out. Liverpool win it again, and the cross just drops behind. In fact, it had dropped behind the line.
Such a pity there, because
behind for a goal kick, but Liverpool constantly hassling, harrying West Ham, the defenders. They couldn't breathe.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a pity that no one could get their head up, because at the time they had 2 spare men at the back post there. But it's looking good.
It's just such a tricky play.
Liverpool again with possession half the pitch. McAllister finds Curtis Jones. Here's Salah inside the penalty. Shoots!
Oh,
it's goal number 3. It's another fantastic finish from Mo Salah after McAllister had won the ball, got the Liverpool press started, picked out Curtis Jones, right-footed pass for Jones, for Salah in the inside right position, on his left foot, low past Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool in cruise control at the London Stadium. It's West Ham 0, Liverpool 3.
But what you don't see is Mo do the goalkeeper with their eyes, pretend he's going to hit it into the far corner, and then switches and puts it into the near post. A fantastic goal from a fantastic player. I don't know if you see that, he gets it up and does it with the eyes and puts it in the near post. Fantastic play from, in my opinion, a fantastic footballer.
Well, Mo Salah just keeps on breaking records. He's hit 20 goals for Liverpool in all competition for the 8th season in a row. No other player has ever done that in more successive campaigns. What a footballer. We're lucky to live in the age where Mo Salah has been playing the game.
Absolutely. As I said, as a former player, you know when somebody's meant to trick somebody and trick the goalkeeper, and he's exactly done that. Done it with the eyes. He keep the thing, he's going the other side, and he's put it into his near post. Fantastic goal, as I said, from a fantastic player.
And West Ham have had their moments. and they find themselves 3 goals down, and Liverpool are coming forward again.
I have to say everything's falling into place. From even the injury we have a like-for-like replacement. So it looks like things are going really well, and long may it continue.
Kudus goes down under a challenge from Andy Robertson. Play on, says the referee, and Liverpool win it back. Van Dijk for McAllister. 3 minutes to add on, and we're into the 3 now. Van Dijk for Alisson for Jarell Quansah. Substituted, came on for the unfortunate Joe Gomez, who's picked up an injury. We think it's a muscle injury. Mark Walters thinks possibly a hamstring.
Yeah, I've had enough hamstrings to know,
when it's like
when they go, and it's a kind of situation where if it's not his hamstring, I'll be very surprised.
Liverpool working across the defensive line with Quansah and Van Dijk, and Robertson back to his goalkeeper, 1 touch to control, and then a right-footed clearance beyond halfway. West Ham win it back there with Mavropanos. Nice bit of work there to move the ball out to the left-hand side, and Emerson has Wan-Bissaka for company. Wan-Bissaka for Jarrod Bowen, left edge of the penalty. He's inside the box now. His shot is blocked, and Liverpool have got a chance of a counter. It's a lovely pass from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Mo Salah is running in behind the West Ham defence. He's going to check, find a bit of space, has a shot at goal. It's blocked by the goalkeeper, and fortuitously it came back there to Kilman, who's eventually able to prod it forward. Almost another goal for Mo Salah, and a fabulous ball forward there from Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Absolutely, that ball was world class in my opinion. He faded it into his path, and I think all the clubs in the world would love to have his services at the moment. That ball was fantastic, I have to say.
We've had 47 minutes almost, so just 1 minute and 8 seconds by my watch remain of the added time. Liverpool 3 goals in front. Forward ball towards Luis Diaz. Mavropanos links up with Kilman, and it's going to be Areola having to race out towards the touchline to keep it in play towards the edge of the penalty area. Just about managed to do so, but his clearance only found a black shirt. In comes a cross towards the far post. Well, it was missed there by Wan-Bissaka and Kilman, and eventually racing out to pick up possession again for Liverpool is Mo Salah to get the wheels moving forward again. Ball in towards the edge of the penalty area. Might break for Diaz this time. His shot is blocked. Diaz got the opening goal with that cracking finish after he had a bit of good fortune with a ball that bounced back to him off a West Ham player. Rifled it into the back of the net. Cody Gakpo from close range after a fabulous pirouette from Mohamed Salah. And Salah with a firm finish as the referee blows his whistle for half-time. Salah with a firm, crisp, low finish, left-footed into the back of the net to make it 3-0. After great work initially by McAllister to win the ball back from West Ham high up the pitch. Short ball to Curtis Jones, and his diagonal ball found Salah in an excellent position to take advantage, and Liverpool go in 3 goals to the good. It hasn't been perfect because we had that effort from Mohamed Kudus that hit the foot of the post with Alisson beaten when the scores were level, when it was just 1-0 for Liverpool, and then not much more than a minute later Liverpool had made it 2-0. So it hasn't been perfect from the Reds, but I think crucially they have got better as the game has elapsed, and they find themselves again, and deservedly so, in a fabulous position.
Absolutely, yeah, I totally agree. And even the shaky start we had, Robertson was a bit shaky start, but as you saw at the end there, he's come on now and he's got the kudos in his pocket now. He's playing really well now, which it would be great for him, because obviously you don't want a winger of his calibre running at you with confidence. So even Robertson had a little bit shaky start, but he's playing really well now, and the whole team is fantastic so far. Obviously the difference has been the finishing. Liverpool's has been clinical, whereas West Ham's has been shaky, and their final pass has been very, very off target. So far so good. Liverpool just need to manage the game now. 3-0 at half time is a great result, but as we've seen in other results, Man City the other month there, 3-0 is not necessarily home and dry. So still need to manage the game, and hopefully that should be enough to maybe even get more goals.
Mohamed Salah, you're running out of superlatives for this guy, because his work initially, his footwork to skip away from West Ham defender inside the penalty area in a really tight situation, and the ball ended up, he set it up nicely for Cody Gakpo for the second goal, and then he got the third goal with a fabulous finish. He's a wonder man. Absolutely fantastic.
As I said, that goal that he scored when he done the goalkeeper eyes was fantastic, but to get the ball to Gakpo after that pirouette he did was brilliant as well. So he's having a great game so far.
Hopefully there's still better to come, but so far, after the first half of the London Stadium, Liverpool, it could hardly be going that much better, could it? Because they've been fabulous so far, and they've got a really good advantage to take into the second period. Half-time score then is West Ham United 0, Liverpool 3.
Email radio.merseyside.sport@bbc.co.uk
Or follow us at BBC Merseysport.
Well, it's not going too badly so far, is it? Just the 3-0 for Liverpool so far, even though it wasn't really a perfect first half performance. Sounds very strange to be describing it like that, but you kind of get what I mean. But it's 3-0 to Liverpool. Let's see how it goes in the second half. Commentary coming up, live exclusive local radio commentary of Liverpool at West Ham, 3-0 up at the break. You can get your thoughts in after the game as well. The post-match phone-in is open to Liverpool and Everton fans as well. Everton, after being beaten earlier on by 2-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, after a run of holding the sides that are doing well at the top of the league, that came to an end against Nottingham Forest. Everton fans, let us know if you're disappointed, if you want to come on and have a chat after the Liverpool game in about an hour's time, something like that. Give us a call. You can book your call in right now. It's 0800 731 9333. And now, in fact, we can hear from your manager. Sean Dyche has been speaking after the 2-0 defeat against Nottingham Forest at Goodison Park.
Honest assessment is they were better than us at doing the hard yards. They've done it all season, not just to us, to other teams, playing counter-attack football home and away, getting the ball forward early, fight, playing organised. Credit to them, by the way. Just please don't misrepresent what I'm saying. Respect to that, because they do it very, very well, and they've shown that all season. They've got a centre forward I thought was excellent, doing all the hard yards, all the ugly stuff without having the ball all the time, and it makes a difference. And I thought generally they did what they wanted to do very well, and we didn't. We spoke to the players before the game about particularly starting on the right foot, and we didn't. We did all the things that other teams have done against them, which ask for trouble, and they delivered and nicked a goal out of nothing, really. Don't think they had too many chances, and then second half give away an awful goal, and then 2-0 down, and it's tough against anyone, but certainly a side who have made it clear that they can defend as a unit.
You've had some really, really good results of late. Did you feel today you were lacking a bit of sparkle, if you will?
I think the expectation changes. I think there was an expectation on today, outside and inside, and us building, and we didn't do that. The spark you're on about, you find margins. If Hilly scores early on, he does a brilliant bit of skill, breaks to the edge of the box, flies one over. If that goes in, Jared's got a maybe penalty. If that's outside the box, they give it, and then inside the box, they don't. We all find that a bit frustrating. Similar incident down in the corner. I think AB pulls one of their players to the floor with minimal contact, and it's given us a foul. Jared's been pulled back in the box, and it's not. They're maybes, and their maybes need to go your way. They didn't today, but we didn't deserve it in the first half. Second half, I thought we did a bit better. We asked more questions. We controlled a lot of the game, but you can't give away silly goals like that. It's a really, really poor goal out of nothing, to be honest.
And can I just ask, with the transfer window about to open, in terms of potential recruitment, is the sort of key area, the attacking area, rather than elsewhere?
It's a pointless question, because I've tried to make it clear before the transfer window comes. There's still rules in place. We still have to be within them, with the guidelines of them, not just us, many other teams. So you can't talk about what we need and how much it's going to cost if we don't know how much we've got to use.
Make of that what you will. Sean Dyche there speaking after the game. Also, James Tarkowski speaking to our very own Ian Kennedy.
James, obviously you've worked so hard to grind out results recently, so how disappointing was today for you? Yeah, it was. It felt like the kind of day where we could come and get our first win for a while after a tough run of games, and it wasn't to be. I think when you play against a team like that, if you gift them the first goal like we did, it's always hard to come back. They've built a very solid season on defending well and counter-attacking teams, and once you're in the lead like the way they were, it was always going to be hard to break down. We just didn't have the quality to do that.
I was going to say, were you disappointed with both goals actually?
Yeah, we always am. The first one's way too easy from back to front, and then the second one we gift them as well. So it's a shame that we have to gift teams goals like that when we struggle to score. But we've been on a decent run. We've been in good form, and tough days happen, and hopefully that's just one of them, and we can bounce back come the weekend.
You did get into some decent positions out wide at times, but it was that final ball, wasn't it, the delivery?
Yeah, it probably was a few times. Yeah, a few overhit ones at the back, which is a shame when you build up so well to get in the positions that you don't manage to get some quality into the box. And then when we did get quality into the box, just didn't have that finish. So we need to improve, and that's not just a forward. That's us as a team. Anyone who's out there needs to do better in the final third. But as I say, we've been in a good run of form. Tough days happen. Every team has them at some time. I'm not saying I want them, but they do happen. So you have to reflect, and then come the weekend, we're ready to go again.
Yeah, because they're a good side, obviously, Forest. But you've got another big one now against Bournemouth, who are also going well this season. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, when we played Bournemouth at the start of the season, we probably had our best 86 minutes of the season and gifted them 3 goals that day. So we're looking to hopefully bounce back come the weekend and go down there and pick up 3 points. Because I know you'll want victories because you've had so many draws recently, which have been good results, but it doesn't get you up the table very far.
No, exactly. You need to turn them draws into wins at some point. So it's time to reflect, recover for sure, because it's been a tough lot of run of games, and ready to come the weekend.
Yeah, that is the first of our commentaries this afternoon. We also brought you updates of Tranmere Rovers against Barrow. It ended up as a 1-1 draw, and the boss, Nigel Atkins, gave his reaction to Derek Jones.
Well, both sides could have won it at the end, but did you feel a draw overall was a fair result, Nigel?
As you say, both sides could have won at the end. I thought we started the game really well. Obviously, deflected goal against the run of play that puts them 1-0 up, but we've responded well. We've had a lot of ball, created some good situations. Half time, we believe we could go and win the game. Amari Patrick scored a good penalty. It was a great composed finish, wasn't it? Harvey Saunders working his socks off again. Front three were really good. Connor Jennings did all the selfless work that you've got to see up front. He led the line really well. Sol Solomon getting his start in there as a number 8 running on from there. He's come off with cramp at the end, and obviously then you put Christian Dennis on. You think, oh, go on, Christian, keep being attack minded from that point of view. And obviously, very unfortunate at the end. He had a couple of chances that just didn't go in for him. And as you said there, Luke McGee's had to make a couple of good saves then, because we lost that control of the game a little bit, where the outlet was the fullbacks. But Cam Mullen went on to try and get really attack minded from that point of view, going down there a little bit more than Lee. But maybe Harvey played a little bit narrower then with his pace, and obviously we stopped the width then, and we made it a little bit more easier for them to. We didn't get on the ball enough as we wanted to, and obviously at the end there, a couple of players were running on fumes. So as you said, we could have lost the game, we could have won the game. And obviously, just maybe I'll reflect on the game. Maybe I could have done 1 or 2 things a little bit differently as the game was going on there. But in the desire to win, I think the front three were effective on that. And as I say, with Christian Dennis going on there, that's how you affect it from behind the game. Obviously, Zach Bradshaw, fair start from that point of view. Maybe like solid run out of steam. Maybe he could have changed that a bit early. And obviously, the influential Sam Finley, maybe he wasn't getting on the ball as much as we'd like him to go and do to get it through there. And obviously, he was on the booking, and obviously we've then got done on the counter-attack a couple of times, but we had chances again. Jordan Turnbull's headed over the crossbar, and Amari Patrick cutting inside, and the keepers made some good saves from there. So we had chances, but I say there was a little 5-minute block there where they had a couple of chances, and Luke McGee made some good saves, and all the players put the bodies on the line to keep the ball out the back of the net.
So a 1-1 draw for Tranmere Rovers at half-time. It is looking like plain sailing so far for Liverpool.
Nice ball to the left-hand side for Cody Gakpo, cutting in, threads it through to the far post. Salah shoots towards a magnificent save by the goalkeeper. He evaded the offside trap. Lovely ball from Gakpo.
what a save. Actually, the goalkeeper's done brilliant to get to the other side of the goal.
Alexander-Arnold for Mo Salah, homing in towards the edge of the penalty area. Threaded through to the runner, Curtis Jones. It's saved by the goalkeeper. That was a really good stop. It was all tightening up for Curtis Jones as he latched onto the pass, and that's good work from Mohamed Salah. Forward ball from Salah is cut out by McAllister. Curtis Jones for Diaz inside the penalty area, left-hand side on his right foot. Diaz shoots. That's a good stop from Areola, and a really decent effort from Luis Diaz. Alexander-Arnold runs in field, then finds Diaz. Great break for Diaz again. Diaz shoots. Liverpool 1-0 in front. Fantastic finish from Luis Diaz. The hard work was done initially by the run in field from the right-hand side from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was worked towards the edge of the penalty area. Luis Diaz initially tried a 1-2 that didn't come off, but the ball broke back to him from a West Ham defender, and he smashed it right-footed beyond Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool take the lead. Infield it comes from Sofal. West Ham work it out to the right for Kudus. Wriggles away from one challenge and is there to pick up possession. He's going to have a crack at goal. Left-footed shoots. Oh, it's hit the post with Alisson beaten. And then Alexander-Arnold races away and clears against Wan-Bissaka. It's behind for a Liverpool goal kick. But Liverpool have had a lucky escape because that was fantastic work from Kudus. Winning possession, a lovely 1-2, racing in towards the edge of the penalty area, and from just outside the D, cracked it goal with left-footed. It beat Alisson, but struck the woodwork. Alexander-Arnold infield for McAllister. Floats it ball forward. I think Salah was offside, but the referee weighed play off. Ball chance for Salah. Salah wriggles past his man, and Cody Gakpo knocks the loose ball into the back of the net, and Liverpool make it 2. Lovely floated ball from McAllister. High, and when it dropped in behind the West Ham defence, Liverpool were motoring towards the box. Looked like a really good opportunity for Mo Salah to get his customary goal. Eventually broke free for Cody Gakpo, and Gakpo did the rest from close range. Liverpool again with possession half the pitch. McAllister finds Curtis Jones. Here's Salah inside the penalty. Shoots! It's goal number 3. It's another fantastic finish from Mo Salah after McAllister had won the ball, got the Liverpool press started, picked out Curtis Jones, right-footed pass for Jones, for Salah in the inside right position on his left foot, low past Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool in cruise control at the London Stadium. It's West Ham 0, Liverpool 3.
Szoboszlai hits it! Comes back to Trent Alexander-Arnold! Oh, he's done it! Unbelievable!
Mo Salah down towards the dead ball and left-footed! Oh my goodness! What a stunning finish from Mo Salah!
Alexis McAllister! Oh, that's brilliant! What a hit from Alexis McAllister!
BBC Radio Merseyside.
Well, so far at the London Stadium, Liverpool have been doing what they've been doing all season. They've been comfortable, they've been confident, certainly been composed as well, and clinical, leading by 3-0. Let's get second half commentary and rejoin the team at the London Stadium of Mark Walters and Mike Hughes.
Thank you very much, Phil. The teams are coming back out. Well, certainly Liverpool are. West Ham, by the look of things, are going to make at least one substitution. I think maybe Crescencio Somerville, you would think, is a possibility to come on. Maybe, I don't know, Fulkrug, would they play Fulkrug down the middle and maybe move Jarrett Bowen to his more customary role out on the right-hand side? I think they're going to have to go for broke and make significant alterations. But all will be revealed pretty soon because the West Ham players are coming out now. And we wait for the boards to go up and let us know who's going to be coming on. Jean-Claire Todibo is coming on, central defender, and he's replacing Vladimir Sofal. So I think that's going to be maybe a switch. I mean, it's defender for defender, but Todibo is very much a centre defender, so I think Wan-Bissaka, I think, will switch back over to play as a more familiar position, maybe as a right back, but all will reveal soon enough. It's going to be Liverpool to kick off in the second half.
Yeah, for me,
Curtis Jones turns it back to Gravenberch.
Yeah, for me, West Ham need to change not only their attitude but their tactics as well if they're going to get anything out of this game. And frankly, I don't think they're good enough anyway. So it's just for Liverpool to manage the game well and maybe create some more chances to put a stamp on this game.
Still looks like a five-man defence, but Wan-Bissaka has gone to the right-hand side of it for the Hammers. And Liverpool have possession with Robertson out to the left-hand side. Gakpo back for Robertson on halfway. He retreats to pick out his skipper Virgil van Dijk, and Jarell Quansah, the substitute who's on for the injured Joe Gomez. Quansah finds Robertson. Robertson angled pass for Gakpo. Curtis Jones pass rebounds off a West Ham player. Liverpool end up lofting it forward rather with hope than any real sense of anticipation. West Ham get it clear. That's good control from McAllister. Through pass to Salah, looks offside, but Salah is going to guide it goalwards. It's saved by the goalkeeper, and it's a Liverpool corner. I think that's good for Liverpool because they got themselves a corner because he looked way off.
Yeah, it did look way up, but I don't know if it's that situation where I think the guy on the far side was playing him on. The guy on the far side was playing him, so he would have counted.
Perhaps he was still onside.
He was onside, yeah.
I think it would have certainly would have been VAR. But McAllister with that excellent through pass. But Liverpool have got themselves a corner. Left hand side. And plenty of black shirts to aim for, and it comes towards the near post. West Ham get it clear, and the referee gives a free kick. So it's something that not many other people in the stadium saw. I think he's claiming.
Well, hopefully Liverpool don't regret that chance there, because obviously 4-0 would have been even more comfortable. But
Mo Salah would be kicking himself, knowing that he wasn't offside.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because he had a close range shot saved early on, and it was more a save than a miss. But
that's a save.
Up.
Yeah.
Can't complain too much. But here come West Ham with Soler. Through pass. Puts Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the clear. In behind the Liverpool defence, pulls it back. Kudus, left-footed. It's off target as the ball broke to him almost on the volley. He connected with it, took a deflection from the pass.
He was offside anyway.
The flag had gone up for offside in any case. Yeah, that was tight as well. But it can be as tight as it likes. If you're offside, then you're offside.
Yeah, well, exactly. Whether it's a millimetre or a yard, it's offside.
Doesn't make any difference.
Doesn't make a difference with these technology.
Unless it's you.
Yeah, unless it's me. But
here come the Reds, breaking over halfway now with Alexander Arnold. That's a lovely forward ball, but just a little bit too much on it. It almost bisected the runs of Diaz and Salah and was collected by the goalkeeper. And West Ham trying to get things started down the left-hand side. There's a lovely bit of work from Curtis Jones to win back possession. Then Liverpool lost it. Then they win it back again. They've really got that off to a tee. When if one player looks in danger of losing it, then another one is close and available and bang on cue, putting in a challenge to win it back.
Yeah, totally agree. They seem to go in batches,
packs, don't they?
Yeah, go in batches, and as you say, Gravenberch again showing another side of his game, intercepting another pass.
And here come Liverpool in attacking sense now. It's a lovely forward ball for Salah inside the penalty area. On his left foot, shoots. Decided instead
I think
have a crack with his right. I
was going to say that shows you the confidence he has at the moment, that he's even prepared to smash it with his right peg.
Well wide of the target.
Because generally that is just for standing on. But the worrying thing for West Ham is Liverpool could have scored 2 goals already.
Yeah, Salah
have only played
on
49
both
minutes.
occasions. That one was a bit more difficult, but the fact that he did take it right-footed, which is rather unusual. Here come West Ham.
But I have to say, West Ham devoid of confidence at the moment.
Well, Liverpool have to make sure that they're not going to get back into this game. Curtis Jones through passes cut out, but Liverpool win it back with Salah. It's a lovely ball. A break there for Diaz. Diaz shot's blocked, and Wan-Bissaka made the block, and then as play moves upfield, West Ham have won a free kick for a challenge on Jarrod Bowen that wasn't to the referee's liking. He's gone down holding his left ankle. Bowen challenged by McAllister, and
I thought he got the ball myself, but as I say, because it's from behind, maybe that's the reason why he's given.
He didn't show a card, did he?
I don't think so.
I think he didn't see a card, and hopefully it remains that way, because it wasn't a tackle that was worthy of a card.
No, there's no malice in that at all.
50 minutes gone. Liverpool lead 3-0. West Ham in possession on halfway. Jarrod Bowen has hurt himself. He's struggling. They move it eventually, the Hammers, to the left-hand side. Kudus with the cross towards the far post, looking for Wan-Bissaka, but it sails in the end harmlessly behind. I think in those situations, Bowen is obviously feeling the pain now. You just got to try and run them off, haven't you?
Yeah, I think he will. I'm sure he'll be all right. I think he just wants the cameras
it's just
on him.
A contact
just
injury,
wants the cameras
isn't it?
on him. Yeah, he'll be all right.
And I think in the cold it doesn't help matters either.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Liverpool in possession on halfway. Salah turned into trouble. Emerson makes the challenge, but Liverpool win it back as the ball breaks inside the Reds' half, and Andy Robertson's precise left-footed pass for Gakpo. Cross is headed away there by Kilman. Possession picked up by Soler. Short ball is guided out towards the left-hand side. West Ham just about managed to keep it in play. Paquetá's pass. Back they go to Emerson across the defensive line for Mavropanos. Out towards the right-hand side, and the pass in field for Bowen. Back with Mavropanos. Looking for the passing lanes to open up for him. Forward ball is miscontrolled, but West Ham just managed to hang on to possession. Long ball forward, good control from Kudus, racing in towards the penalty area now. His intended cross is blocked, and then Liverpool working towards Curtis Jones. Escapes the attentions of Carlos Soler with a dainty piece of footwork. The ball to the left-hand side, looking for Gakpo. Didn't find its target, but
that's
but he kept going and won it back.
I was going to say that's typical of West Ham. We give them the ball, but they just give it us straight back. So that's their problem. They can't keep possession, West Ham.
Alexander-Arnold finds Salah, right edge of the penalty area on his left foot. In comes the challenge. Still, Salah has possession. Back it goes for Gravenberch and McAllister and Jones. And then Robertson helps it on towards Cody Gakpo. Curtis Jones for Robertson again. Curtis Jones again. West Ham have got everybody back behind the ball almost. Lofted cross is punched away rather needlessly, as Curtis Jones was the only Liverpool player approaching Areola inside the penalty area. Had no chance of reaching it.
Yeah, very strange decision for the goalkeeper there. I don't know if he thought Liverpool had John Toshak up front there, but I don't think he would have headed it anyway. So difficult.
Liverpool work possession towards the edge of the penalty area. Driven shot is fantastically hit. The goalkeeper Areola didn't have a prayer. Lovely goal for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Right-footed, 30 yards, lashed it goalwards, and the goalkeeper just didn't have a hope of keeping it out. It just soared past him and was nestling in the back of the net before he almost saw it. Liverpool get goal number 4, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, for his football tonight, certainly deserves one. West Ham 0, Liverpool 4. It's a goal for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, I can only surmise it got deflected there, which it did. So I can understand now why the keeper was left rooted to the floor. But I think it's unlucky for West Ham. It's been one of them nights. Everything Liverpool have hit has gone in.
It did in the end. It took a rather wicked deflection there off Max Kilman and into the back of the net. but it was on target, so that will be Trent Alexander-Arnold's goal.
Absolutely, yeah, and if he doesn't claim it, he's a silly man. He's got to claim that.
Yeah, no, it will be given to him because it's on target. That's the rule, isn't
exactly,
it?
Exactly. But frankly, I'm hoping that Liverpool's goal difference can be even take a little boost now, because obviously the more goals they score, and the better. Plus that game in hand, which will all add up.
And they're back in possession again. Liverpool raiding down the left-hand side, but Cody Gakpo is robbed of the ball, and then West Ham work it into centre field, and Soler helps it out towards the left-hand side. Kudus back with Soler. Short pass for Paquetá, and now in towards the edge of the penalty area. It's with Jarrett Bowen as he won a corner. It's just about kept in.
Good defending there from Robertson, as I said. Good
defending from Robertson to keep it in, to prevent it from going out for a corner, and instead it's a West Ham throw-in at level with the penalty spot on the right-hand side for the Hammers. Short to Paquetá. Back with Jarrett Bowen. Forward ball is nudged on by Paquetá for Soler. Has a runner outside him in Emerson. Crossing opportunity. It comes back there off Trent Alexander-Arnold and rebounds, and Alexander-Arnold clears cleverly up towards Mo Salah, whose clearance is eventually cut out by Jean-Claire Todibo, and there's a bit of head tennis from Paquetá, but Liverpool win it back with McAllister, who's fouled there by Paquetá, and that's a free kick for Liverpool, who are now 4-0 in front.
Yeah, absolutely, and that will be disappointing for the West Ham supporters, because for me, West Ham players have not put a glove on Liverpool at all from start to where we are now, the 56th minute.
Diogo Jota is going to come on now. Will that be for Mo Salah, who won't like that at all?
I saw him limping a bit actually, so maybe he's got a little bit of a knock, Mo Salah.
Brian Gravenberch is going to be replaced by Wataru Endo, and it's Cody Gakpo who's going to be replaced by Diogo Jota. So I think maybe Luis Diaz will switch out to the left-hand side, and Jota will operate down the middle. But Jota can operate on the left as well.
Yeah, Jota can play anywhere. We're very impressed with his comeback since he's come back from injury. As we know, in my opinion anyway, he's probably our most clinical finisher. I'm sure there'll be little tweaks in the formation, but obviously Mo Salah's, is he on our trick? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Jarrett Bowen is, I think he's gonna stay on. Looks like he's trudging off the field, but I don't think he's going to be replaced just yet.
Yeah, I think they'll give him 5 minutes, 10 minutes, see how he goes, but I think his race has run, I think.
Waiting for play to restart. The Liverpool fans in excellent voice. I hope most of them have got lifts sorted out rather than the train, but apparently there is one train that they can get to Preston just before 9 o'clock, which would get them home in the early hours, but with fire in their bellies and hope in their heart after what's been another magnificent Liverpool performance so far, with the chance of still more to come as they raid down the left-hand side.
Well, let's just hope the trains to Birmingham are still on, and everyone will be happy.
I'm sure they will be. Here comes Luis Diaz down the left. Nice bit of work from Andy Robertson. The West Ham tried to get it clear, but then the ball just ran away from him at the vital moment, and it's behind for a goal kick.
I've been very impressed with Andy Robertson.
He's had a good game, hasn't he? I think since he made that mistake.
Yep, shaky start, and he's come on good now. As I say, kudos has really been in his pocket ever since. So that shows you great mental strength from him and confidence in his ability.
Crescencio Somerville is going to come on for Jarrett Bowen, who's Been struggling since he got that knock. After the challenge from Alexis McAllister, no malice aforethought in that at all from McAllister's challenge, but I think it was just
one of those things.
The impact. I think it was on his ankle, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's why the tackle from behind is outlawed, because of things like that do happen, even if they're not intended.
Yeah.
But more importantly,
Crescencio Somerville is on. Liverpool very much in charge of this and looking to rub further salt into the wounds. As Mark Walter was saying, more goals can only help the goal difference. Liverpool's is a healthy one already, but you can never have too many goals. As Liverpool once again win the ball high up the pitch, but no. Not on this occasion. The referee says Paquetá was fouled.
Didn't see much in that myself, but I'm sure the referee saw something else.
Soler works it into the feet of Emerson down the left-hand side, and Somerville through the legs of Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Liverpool have to backpedal to get goal side of Somerville, who's a tricky customer when he's at his best. I'm surprised that he's not in the starting lineup, given his ability with the ball and can make things happen. Todibo to the right-hand side, and Liverpool win it back again. It's a poor ball. Diogo Jota in towards the edge of the penalty area, picks out Mo Salah. Salah with a attempted pass through to Curtis Jones to knock it home from the edge of the 6-yard box, and really should have had a crack at goal, because that's what Diogo Jota was hoping for when he picked him out, as the ball is hit by Wan-Bissaka. I think behind the Liverpool back line for Kudus to run after, but it's gone out for a Liverpool throw-in.
I think it's a strange thing that because people expecting Mo to go on his left, now he's trying to show everybody how good his right foot is. But for me, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, he's got to get back onto that left foot and put that ball in that net like he's been doing.
Luis Diaz inside the penalty area, tees it up there for McAllister, and McAllister in the end is going to go back for Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk for Jarell Quansah to the right hand side for Trent Alexander-Arnold, back with Quansah. Quansah finds his captain on the arc of the centre circle inside the West Ham half, moves it over to the left hand side, and it comes towards Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones evades two challenges very, very cleverly, and an attempt to foul him, and Liverpool attack again with Robertson, then out to the left hand side for Diaz. Diaz rolls it back to Wataru Endo, support outside him on the left hand side again, and then Liverpool just maintaining possession, moving the ball from side to side, tiring West Ham out. McAllister, central position, 25 yards from goal, out it goes to Salah eventually, but it's a poor pass across to try and deal with it, puts it out of play. For a throw-in is Emerson, West Ham's left back, or left wing back on occasions.
And this is what I'm so happy Liverpool are doing, controlling the game. They're not going hell for leather. Yes, it would be great to get another goal, but the opportunities will arise if they just keep the ball and keep, as you say, tiring West Ham out.
Trent Alexander-Arnold decides to go back to Alisson, who controls it with his right foot on the edge of the penalty. That's a good ball for Wataru Endo, and his through ball is a really good one for Jota, trying to run in behind the West Ham defence, finds a bit of space for the edge of the penalty area. Robertson, Jota again, inside right position, has a runner outside him, now he picks out Robertson again, and just a little bit too much, but Robertson won't be denied and wins possession again and shoots, this time left-footed, way off target. He's claiming it was a deflection, but when they're that far off target, you've got to claim something.
Yeah, you've got to either look at the pitch, see if he's found any
take
bubbles,
your boots off, and
or usually pretend it's a golf swing and pat the ground. But that sums up his game. He doesn't give up. If he loses the ball, he tries to get it back, and so
he's tenacious in the extreme, isn't
absolutely, he? Absolutely, yeah, and fair play to him. As I said, he had a shaky start, but he's playing very well at the minute.
64 minutes gone. West Ham 0, Liverpool 4. Liverpool want to maintain their momentum and pressure, keep on creating the chances as Endo finds McAllister. McAllister for Salah in a central position, guides it back, and again through Endo and McAllister. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Salah races out to the right hand side, works it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and on halfway Quansah slides it across to Virgil van Dijk. Back it goes to Quansah. Lovely ball on the diagonal through. McAllister tried to slide it through for the run of Diogo Jota, but it's well read by Jean-Claire Todibo. Racing forward towards halfway and then out to the left hand side for Crescencio Somerville. Inside the box now on his left foot. Quansah did really well to just outmaneuver him there. Crescencio Somerville goes down, but there was no chance of that being a penalty, and Liverpool come forward at pace themselves with Alexander-Arnold. Mo Salah,
there you go,
shoots. It's just off target. Cutting in inside the penalty area, right hand side on his left foot. You know what happens generally when he does that, or an awful lot of the time. On this occasion Salah couldn't get it on target, but doesn't matter so much. Liverpool still lead 4-0,
and that's what you want to see. You want to see him do that. You know what's coming, but they just can't stop it. Get it onto your left foot and curl it into that top right hand corner or the top left hand corner. So that's what you want to see Mo. Forget about his right peg. Unfortunately it's not of the same standard, but still good enough.
Long clearance downfield.
Well,
Liverpool win possession back. The West Ham fans aren't too happy. Endo's forward ball for Jota. Endo gets it back, has Diaz outside him, trying to pick out the through pass again. They keep trying to go through the middle instead of using the wide areas, don't they?
Absolutely, just forcing it a little bit. As I said, need to manage the game. Need to manage the game better and not force it, especially down the middle. Maybe use the width where there's more space.
Liverpool with Jota win back possession with a challenge on Paqueta. Now it's Mo Salah back towards Trent Alexander-Arnold, edge of the penalty area. Tries to set up Luis Diaz. Diaz lost out there to Soler, and then he fouled him.
Bit unlucky there. Just got away from him a little bit. But as I said, Liverpool need to just keep managing the game, keep getting those passes, and ironically the chances will come even more so if they just keep the ball and manage the game better.
The amount of times that some really steady but very fair Liverpool challengers are allowing them to win the ball back in and around the halfway line, and the West Ham players are just going down like 9 pins.
Absolutely.
You've got to stand firm under those challenges.
Absolutely, it's a contact sport, so you're going to get things, but frankly West Ham's confidence is bereft at the minute. They've got nothing there at the moment.
3/4 time at the London Stadium. Liverpool 4-0 in front. Lovely slide challenge there from Jarell Quansah. Stops Crescencio Somerville in his tracks, but West Ham have a throw in left hand side, midway inside the Liverpool half, taken by Emerson, gets him back from Paquetá. Somerville for Paquetá, helped on towards Emerson, edge of the penalty area. No chance of reaching it because Endo got there first, and Liverpool build up towards halfway, and a lovely lofted pass there, and a chance for Diogo Jota to try and pick out Luis Diaz after he linked up really nicely with Mohamed Salah as Liverpool broke from defence into attack in very, very rapid pace, and a couple of swift passes, and they're almost inside the West Ham penalty area. If things
it was on there to
come off better.
It was on there to force it, if you like. Obviously, just unfortunate Jota couldn't get the pass in, but particularly in the middle third, just need to be patient. And as I said, the chances will come because of that.
Soler's swinging pass out towards the left-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold tried to head it but couldn't. Crescencio Somerville cross towards the far post from Paquetá. Really well read by Alisson, because if he would have stayed at home as he came out and gathered the ball, raced towards the penalty spot, West Ham had bodies in there.
Yeah, absolutely. His concentration's impeccable. As I say, he hasn't had a lot to do, but when he has had anything to do, he's done it with great confidence.
McAllister gets it back from Curtis Jones. Andy Robertson 20 yards short of halfway, goes back for his captain and Van Dijk for Quansah, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold. He too goes back to Jarell Quansah. Square ball across the defensive line for Van Dijk. McAllister picks out Quansah. Quansah finds Curtis Jones inside the centre circle. Short pass for Diogo Jota with his back to goal. Picks out Curtis Jones again. Endo and Jones and McAllister and Endo, then out to the right for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Back with Wataru Endo, and Van Dijk is the intended target now. Short ball to Robertson. Leaves it for Diaz, then Robertson makes a move inside, but it's on his left foot, 15 yards from the edge of the penalty area. Jota tried to find Diaz, but it was blocked. But Liverpool win it back with Jota inside the penalty area. Finds Diaz, just wouldn't break, but it's cleared only as far as Wataru Endo. Mo Salah crosses in, punched away by the goalkeeper. Might break here. Lovely save from Areola, from cracking shot from Diogo Jota, who's close to opening his account. But Liverpool looking threatening whenever they get in and around the West Ham box. But here's Carlos Soler inside the centre circle. Kudus, out it goes to the right hand side. Paquetá trying to get West Ham going. The ball came into Kudus, but Liverpool win it back. Looks like West Ham are going to make another change. Andy Irving about to come on, number 39. You see who's going to get the Shepherd's crook. 71 minutes gone. Liverpool lead by 4 goals to 0. Liverpool have scored 16 goals in their last 3 3/4 away games. That's some going, isn't it?
That's absolutely fantastic going, and it's a time of form that you'd like to think will get Liverpool the title. But as I said, nothing's guaranteed in football. Still have to stay humble, still have to take every game as it comes, and make sure we keep winning and getting these points accumulated.
West Ham have the ball, but deep inside their own half. Eventually they work it out to the left hand side for Emerson. Left-footed pass for Crysencio Somerville, back to Kilman. Kilman for Jean-Claire Todibo. Back out to the left-hand side they go for Emerson. Still waiting to make the substitution. Infield it comes to Soler. Soler to Paquetá. Paquetá under pressure from McAllister. Guides it back to Mavropanos. Paquetá's ball to the right-hand side for Kudus. Kudus on his left foot. Has Soler. Gets a run. Good defending from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Just wouldn't allow Soler to get on the ball, as it was helped in towards him when he was in a dangerous position, but Trent Alexander-Arnold just put his body in between man and ball and then eventually cleared downfield. Carlos Soler is going to be replaced by Andy Irving. Andy Robertson by Kostas Tsimikas. And we're going to have another substitution as well. Curtis Jones replaced by Harvey Elliott. It's job done, isn't it, at 73 minutes, and I think Curtis Jones has had another cracking game for Liverpool.
Totally agree, he's been fantastic.
And so too Andy Robertson. And I think he could do with the breather, because he's had 1 or 2 injury problems as well this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, sure. There's obviously the game ahead is very important as well. This game looks like it's run its race, as in I can't see West Ham scoring 4 goals, never mind 5, so looks good.
But here come West Ham down the left hand side inside the penalty area now is Emerson. Cross towards the near post is comfortably collected by Allison. I think Emerson had expended so much energy getting inside the box. He had 2 Liverpool players chasing him and 1 coming towards him from by the edge of the 6-yard box, and when the cross came in, sailed straight into Allison's arms.
Yeah, it was poor from him, really. He was waiting for somebody to move into the box, getting his head up, and by that time Trent just leaned on him and he lost his balance. So really good defending from Trent.
Wan-Bissaka breaks over halfway. White-footed ball for Mohamed Kudus onto his left foot. Going to have a crack at goal, is he? Tees it up for Crysencio Somerville. going to have a crossing towards the far post, and Liverpool just managed to stab it clear out of harm's way when it looked like a moment of danger. And West Ham at the crossing again. And a header against the crossbar. That was hit with some power, and the goalkeeper was beaten as the cross came in from the left. Mohamed Kudus connected really well, but the flag had gone up for offside in any case.
But that's good. Again, that great line I've been talking about earlier. They've obviously worked on it, Liverpool. I've noticed many times now they seem to get forwards offside, particularly when they're sleeping like that. So great for the defence, great for the defensive coach as well, whoever's been working on it. 15
minutes remain. Liverpool still lead by 4-0. But they want to make sure that they get a clean sheet as well, not just for the goal difference perspective, but also from clean sheets and what it helps to breed for the defensive mentality.
Totally agree. The goalkeeper will be chuffed with a clean sheet, and the defence especially will be chuffed with a clean sheet.
But now Liverpool break forward. Alexander-Arnold picks out Salah inside the penalty. Salah shoots left-footed. He skied it. I think he realised he had a man coming to get the challenge in pretty quickly, so he took it early and he skied it over the bar. But I think at its closest point it maybe didn't miss by as much as you would think, or maybe it did.
Yeah, I think
just in the replay it was way off target.
Yeah, I think you've been very generous there. It was a bad miss from a fantastic ball again in from Trent.
It's a lovely pass, wasn't it, from Alexander-Arnold to pick him out.
He could have literally have had 4 goals tonight easily. Just one of those days. But as I said, one is more than a feast, and as long as we win this game, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the goal difference is currently 27. Nottingham Forest, to the team currently in second place, their goal difference is 7. Arsenal and Chelsea, the more realistic contenders at the moment, but they are 9 and 10 points behind Liverpool respectively at the moment. Their goal difference is Arsenal plus 19, Chelsea plus 17. But for now, Liverpool, with 13 and a half minutes remain, lead by 4-0. Hopefully they can add to that tally.
Yeah. But the second half of the season, it's always more difficult, so got to be humble.
West Ham in possession with Kudus racing inside the penalty area, shoots, takes a deflection and then headed wide by Wan-Bissaka, who's in a good position. It actually flew up really nicely for Wan-Bissaka. As he raced towards the edge of the 6-yard box, made a connection with it, but couldn't get it on target.
I think it was a missed kick, and it could have been a cross in the end, but I think it's just not West Ham's night, to be honest with you. I think they could play all night and they wouldn't score.
Yeah, I think Kudus' intended cross had come off Virgil van Dijk, and that had helped to set up the opportunity for Wan-Bissaka. Tottenham in possession with Andy Irving. Back they go across the defensive line, and Wan-Bissaka, forward ball for Kudus. Liverpool get the challenge in with Tsimikas, and Paquetá.
I think Tsimikas is finished where Andy Robertson has there. He's
gets the challenges as well, in, doesn't he?
And
Kilman with the diagonal for Kudus, flags up for offside.
And the manager will be going crazy there.
They've got a free kick. Yeah, you shouldn't really.
He can look along the line there.
He shouldn't be getting caught offside. And when you know defenders in a position where they may go long, you've got to consider your position and make sure you're onside.
Definitely. Yes, he's tired. Yes, he's had a long game, but for me, that's basics.
Liverpool in possession inside the centre circle. Endo's ball to the left-hand side. Luis Diaz gets it under his control and then races back and finds McAllister in a good position to be able to accept the ball. Endo touches it on to Kwanzaa. Trent Alexander-Arnold with a low cross. It's put behind by Emerson, and Liverpool have got a corner. Since they've been trying this Arsenal-style corner for a lot of the flag kicks in the last couple of games. They haven't had much success, have they?
No, I think Arsenal are the best at it.
Yeah, and I don't think Liverpool, are they going to try it here? I think maybe they are.
But for me, when you spend that kind of money that Arsenal have, and their best attacking situation is corners, then I think someone has to ask the question, why?
Let's see what Liverpool can produce from this. They've gone for the more usual approach with the players' positions. As in comes the corner kick. It's headed away by Kilman. Headed back out by McAllister deliberately for Trent Alexander-Arnold. This time crosses left-footed. It's headed down. Cleared only as far as Tsimikas. Touch into the path of Diaz by McAllister. McAllister has possession. Finds Wataru Endo. Two players back on the halfway line. Alexander-Arnold. Nice pass for McAllister. Takes it on and brought down there by...
For me, that's great play. Didn't force it, kept the ball, and now got a free kick in the last third of West Ham's pitch.
Somerville, I think, the man who brought him down. And Mohamed Kudus is going to be replaced by Luis Guillaume.
He's had a frustrating night. He's hit the bar and the post, and no goals to show for it, so he'll be a bit frustrated with his performance tonight.
He's been the threat for West Ham, though, isn't he?
Yep, yeah, absolutely. As I said, he's hit the post, he's hit the bar, and hasn't got a goal for his troubles. So I just think it's not West Ham's night. I don't care how long they'd play tonight, they wouldn't score a goal.
Free kick on the right-hand side. It's level with the edge of the penalty area. It's 5 yards in from the right touchline as Liverpool attack the West Ham goal. It's going to be taken by the left foot of Kostas Tsimikas. Up goes the right hand. That's a signal. Delivered towards the far post. West Ham headed clear through Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Possession picked up again by Luis Diaz. We've had 81 and a half minutes almost at the London Stadium as Diaz makes a lateral run across the field. Past one man, past a second. Chips it forward. Manages to find Virgil van Dijk. Shoots! Saved by the goalkeeper on the edge of the 6-yard box. That was a terrific run by Luis Diaz and a really nice bit of footwork and shot by Virgil van Dijk, but unfortunately it was a comfortable save for the keeper.
It was fantastic feet there. Mo Salah would have been happy with that. It was brilliant feet and just couldn't get the purchase on this shot.
West Ham in possession, move it over towards the left-hand side. Give us a call on the football phone in 0800 731 9333 as the cross is delivered in, punched away by Alisson. Your thoughts on our two matches today, our two Premier League games? Everton beaten by Nottingham Forest. Liverpool are going to win this game. I'm not sure what score yet. They lead 4-0, and that's Liverpool player challenge there. Wataru Endo felt the brunt of Crescencio Somerville's tackle. At 2 in the past couple of minutes. He'll have to be careful. You can text us, by the way, 81333. Put the word Mersey before your message. Same goes for the WhatsApp. Put the word Mersey before your message. 08000 321 333. And your texts and WhatsApp messages, if they're not on Wi-Fi, charged at your standard rate. Wataru Endo for Alexander-Arnold. Forward ball for Salah. Nice little delicate pass looking for Endo, but West Ham win it with Kilman. Touched on and infield. And now towards the edge of the penalty area, but Liverpool get the challenge in. There's Mo Salah. Salah inside the centre circle. Past one man, past a second. Is he going to set it up? Chance, an opportunity for goal number 5. And it's Diogo Jota. And Mo Salah carried the ball and he kept on running, weaved his way past 2 challengers, waited for the next one to come, then he picked his moment, slid it to the left hand side, and Diogo Jota controlled it and did the rest with a perfect finish, curling past Areola for goal number 5 for Liverpool. Welcome back to the Liverpool lineup for Diogo Jota with a goal. He's had so many problems with injuries, but a welcome back on the score sheet moment for him.
Yeah,
it's West Ham United 0, Liverpool 5.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant there. But obviously he'll be buying Mo a beer after the game because he literally put it on a plate for him. Fantastic feet from Mo. Great weighted pass as well, which is so important that he doesn't need to touch it and just slides it into the top corner there. Fantastic goal from Liverpool point of view. Terrible goal from West Ham's point of view, but no more than they deserve.
Lovely finish from Diogo Jota. In fact, he took it first time, didn't need a touch to get it under his control. 5-0 for the Reds, 84 minutes gone.
Yeah, as I said, maybe scoreline flatters Liverpool a little bit because they have had opportunities, West Ham, but as I said, their finishing has been poor and they've not really looked like they're going to score tonight.
Yeah, I just think that at the moment, I think sometimes managers have got to look at and not say, oh, it's okay, it was Liverpool, but Liverpool are so special at the moment that they're light years ahead of anybody else.
Well, the finishing has been clinical.
Here's Harvey Elliott striding forward with a bit of menace, trying to pick out Salah. Salah with his customary goal tonight could easily have had 3 or 4, as Mark Walter was saying in commentary, but has weighed in with 2 assists as well. And now West Ham win a free kick as Somerville this time is on the wrong side of a challenge after giving out a bit of stick.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a case of they just ran into each other, but
he was just blocked off by McAllister, wasn't he?
Yeah. But unfortunately he's hit his head or face anyway, so he looks like he's going to be there for a while.
McAllister's taken a bit of a knock as well as part of the same process. 0800 731 9333. Phil Munns to take your calls in our studios in Liverpool City Centre. If you're an Everton fan, even though Sean Dyche's saying there's no money to spend, can Everton do some business? Is there wriggle room for maybe players to go out and players to come in? Early on in the Premier League, Manchester City got back on track with a 2-0 win at struggling Leicester City. Savinho with his first goal in the Premier League for City, and Haaland, who's had so many problems, Erling Haaland, trying to find his goal scoring feat again, but back with a goal today. Man City beat Leicester 2-0 at the King Power. Crystal Palace beat Southampton by 2-1. Tyler Dibling put the Saints a goal in front, but ultimately 2 Palace goals, the winner coming from Eberici Eze, were enough to give them all 3 points. Everton went down, as we say, by 2-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, who are currently second in the Premier League table. We know Arsenal and Chelsea have still got to play.
They play on Wednesday.
Goals from Chris Wood and Morgan Gibbs-White. It was Trevoh Chalobah, by the way, that got that first Crystal Palace goal. So Everton beaten 2-0 at Goodison, Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. Jimenez and Harry Wilson with another for Fulham, Evan Nielsen and Utara for Bournemouth, and Tottenham 2, Wolves 2, a late equaliser from Strand Larsen for Wolves after they'd led through a goal from Hwang Hee-chan. Bentancur had levelled things, and then Brennan Johnson put them 2-1 in front, and this after Son had missed a penalty. We've restarted at the London Stadium. West Ham in possession, left hand side with Emerson, midway inside the Liverpool half. 88 minutes gone. We'll wait to see what's added on. West Ham won't want their misery to be compounded by a long period of added time, but you know what? They don't have a choice. Jean-Claire Todibo. Paquetá turns away from the challenge of Luis Diaz. West Ham trying to make inroads, but Liverpool pinch it back. Great bit of work there. And the ball guided out towards the left-hand side by McAllister for Luis Diaz. Liverpool eventually elect to go back and maintain possession and control. Jarell Quansah for one of the substitutes, Wataru Endo. McAllister for Kostas Tsimikas, back with McAllister. We're into the final minute.
You have to feel sorry for Nunez, who I'm sure would have loved to have been on the pitch today with the 5 goals being scored. I'm sure he'd have fancied himself to get at least one of those.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, he had the opportunity to get amongst the goals against Leicester, and he didn't play badly. Some of the things he did really well, but when you're in the team as a striker, as a forward, as a central striker, as he is mainly for Liverpool,
you've got to score.
You've got to get amongst the goals, because if you don't, others will.
Absolutely, and that's what's happened today. But been some good performances today, really good performances. I've been impressed with Robertson, the way he's gone through, and obviously Mo's been instrumental in goals and assists. And I think Man United will be quaking in their boots.
Yeah, 4 minutes to add on. As the ball's hit long for Mo Salah to chase. Nice little sidestep from Areola. And West Ham build up towards halfway with Irving, one of their substitutes. Picks out Paquetá, long ball forward to nobody in particular, really. Crescencio Somerville was the player nearest to it. A poor clearance from Trent Alexander-Arnold actually allowed Crescencio Somerville the chance to run at him, but in the end, I thought Trent Alexander-Arnold had won back possession there with the throw-in off Crescencio Somerville, but the referee's given it the other way.
He's lucky he didn't get booked there, actually. He's very fortunate.
Yeah, I think he will argue he was just kicking it back to where it should be taken, but people have lost out to that before, haven't they, and still being booked. Great run from Jarell Quansah, just stopped in his tracks from a challenge. And West Ham build up towards halfway. Irving trying to force his way through, but the ball goes out of play, runs off a Liverpool player for a throw into West Ham. Jean-Claire Todibo, right-footed ball to the left-hand side to Emerson, just short of halfway. We've had 1 3/4 of the 4 minutes to add on. Emerson finds support from Irving, running to the right of him. He's got 2 players, and eventually it's worked in towards the edge of the penalty area. Paquetá for Crescencio Somerville, inside left position, on his right foot. Cross towards the far post, headed away. Knocked back into the danger zone, but West Ham don't have any bodies there as Irving knocked it forward. And the ball is at the feet of Alisson. And he gets ready to launch it downfield.
Just hoping that they can keep a clean sheet, which, as I said, will be great for the defence.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper as well will be joyed with that as well. So
Liverpool decide to go shorter and find Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then Diogo Jota inside the penalty area. Picks up possession, and it might break. Tried to nudge it back to Luis Diaz, but just couldn't find his man, as West Ham's defenders at 6s and 7s in key areas at key moments yet again. We're into the final minute of the added 4. Trent Alexander-Arnold makes a block to prevent the ball going forward towards Crescencio Somerville down the left-hand side from Emerson's intended pass. Emerson takes the throw. Paquetá. I think West Ham are more or less playing down towards the whistle themselves, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm sure they'd love a consolation goal, but
Wan-Bissaka finds support from Guillaume on the far side. Took a deflection, and the ball just whistled past the post as Guillaume cut in, cracked a left foot shot goalwards. It took a deflection, and I think Ellis was it just deflected, and it hit the outside of the post there, with Alisson scrambling across his goal.
But too easy for me to have a clean shot. I know it's 4 and 5-0, but
in comes the corner from the left-hand side. It's headed clear. might break for Crescencio Somerville. He's inside the box, has a crack, right-footed, took a deflection. That's the last action of the game. It's been a resounding success as boos from the West Ham fans pointed towards their team. They've been really disappointed with what they've seen from the Claret and Blues, but not the travelling Liverpool fans who rejoice behind the goal away to our right-hand side, and well they might. It's been another fabulous away day for Liverpool. They've won the game by 5-0. Just superb, with so many outstanding performances. Mo Salah, of course, got amongst the goals, but Liverpool opened it all up with Luis Diaz. Put them in front after West Ham had managed to repel much of what Liverpool had thrown at them. But pretty much on the half-hour mark, Diaz picked up possession, strode forward towards the edge of the penalty area, tried to work a 1-2. It didn't find a Liverpool man, but it came back off a West Ham player, and it was lashed into the back of the net, right-footed, with a really, really good finish. That was 1-0. 1-0 became 2-0 just a few minutes later. 5 minutes before the break, Cody Gakpo converted from close range, right-footed, after excellent work from Mo Salah. Now the right-hand side, as he received the ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold, pirouetted inside the penalty area, away from his defenders, and cracked home a finish. Gakpo to make it 2-0. Salah on the stroke of half-time with a wonderful finish from inside the box, low left-footed after good work from Curtis Jones, and preceding that, McAllister, who'd actually won back possession. Trent Alexander-Arnold made it 9 minutes into the second half with a deflected shot from 25 yards that was on target, but it actually hit a West Ham player before flying into the back of the net. At 6 minutes from the end, great work from Mo Salah again with another wonderful run, and fantastically timed pass for Diogo Jota to finish with a curling shot to make it 5-0. And it was just a fabulous all-round performance, wasn't it?
Totally was. It's a resounding result. I think that's the 14th win of the season now. This season, as I said, got to take each game as it comes. But it would be a stupid man to bet against Liverpool to not continue with this form. Yes, we haven't had a blip in the season so far, and obviously every team generally does. But with that cushion plus the goal game in hand as well, it is looking good. And with some great performances again today, Mo Salah probably get all the headlines. But for me, Robertson was good. Goalkeeper had very little to do, which is a good sign as well. Clean sheet. Every box has been ticked today. So the manager has to be absolutely, really, really happy with the way things have gone. And hopefully now people will start thinking positive and no negativity at all in the group of players.
And Liverpool now have an 8-point lead at the top of the table over second place Nottingham Forest. We know that Chelsea and Arsenal still have to play tomorrow, but Liverpool have a game in hand on the team who are closest to them, and that in itself says an awful lot, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. As I said, it's a confidence boost. I'm sure a lot of teams were wishing Liverpool would lose today, and when they haven't, it's a fantastic boost for the Liverpool Football Club players and the supporters especially, who can go and enjoy their festive dinner and festive season, if you like. So it's a great mental strength that they have at the moment, the players. And as you saw today, a clean sheet, some great individual performances, and the defence for me was outstanding. Yes, they had a couple of chances, but even then I don't think they would have followed it up or been able to score. So it's looking good at the moment, and as I said, long may it continue.
Long may it continue indeed. It's the final game of 2024 for Liverpool, and it's been another magnificent away day. They top the table by 8 points coming into the new year, and the final score at the London Stadium: West Ham United 0, Liverpool 5.
Total Sport. BBC Radio Merseyside.
Well, job done, and emphatically so for Liverpool. The phone-in is on the way. Liverpool fans, you're 8 points clear of Nottingham Forest at the top of the Premier League. Arsenal and Chelsea still to play, of course, but you must be absolutely buzzing with what you just seen. West Ham could not lay a glove on Liverpool there. Let us know what you think. Is the title in the bag? We're almost halfway through the season. Let us know. 0800 731 9333. And Everton fans, get in touch as well. Defeat at home to Nottingham Forest this afternoon. How are you feeling? Get your WhatsApps in 08000 321 333. Start your messages with the word Mersey. Here's how it went for Liverpool.
Nice ball to the left-hand side for Cody Gakpo, cutting in, threads it through to the far post. Salah shoots towards a magnificent save by the goalkeeper. He evaded the offside trap. Lovely ball from Gakpo.
What a save. Actually, the goalkeeper's done brilliant to get to the other side of the goal.
Alexander-Arnold runs in field, then finds Diaz. Great for Diaz again. Diaz shoots. Liverpool 1-0 in front. Fantastic finish from Luis Diaz. The hard work was done initially by the run in field from the right-hand side from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was worked towards the edge of the penalty area. Luis Diaz initially tried a 1-2 that didn't come off, but the ball broke back to him from a West Ham defender, and he smashed it right-footed beyond Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool take the lead. Infield it comes from Sofal. West Ham work it out to the right for Kudus. Wriggles away from one challenge and is there to pick up possession. He's going to have a crack at goal, left-footed, shoots. Oh, he's hit the post with Alisson beaten. And then Alexander-Arnold races away and clears against Wan-Bissaka. It's behind for a Liverpool goal kick. But Liverpool have had a lucky escape because that was fantastic work from Kudus. Winning possession, a lovely 1-2, racing in towards the edge of the penalty area, and from just outside the D, cracked it goal with left-footed. It beat Alisson, but struck the woodwork. Alexander-Arnold in field for McAllister. Floated ball forward. I think Salah was offside, but the referee waved play on. Ball chance for Salah. Salah wriggles past his man, and Cody Gakpo knocks the loose ball into the back of the net, and Liverpool make it 2. Lovely floated ball from McAllister. High, and when it dropped in behind the West Ham defence, Liverpool were motoring towards the box. Looked like a really good opportunity for Mo Salah to get his customary goal. Eventually broke free for Cody Gakpo, and Gakpo did the rest from close range. Liverpool again with possession half the pitch. McAllister finds Curtis Jones. Here's Salah inside the penalty. Shoots! It's goal number 3. It's another fantastic finish from Mo Salah after McAllister had won the ball. Got the Liverpool press started, picked out Curtis Jones, right-footed pass for Jones, for Salah in the inside right position, on his left foot, low, past Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool in cruise control at the London Stadium. It's West Ham 0, Liverpool 3. Liverpool work possession towards the edge of the penalty. Driven shot is fantastically hit. The goalkeeper Areola didn't have a prayer. Lovely goal for Trent Alexander-Arnold, right-footed, 30 yards, lashed it goalwards, and the goalkeeper just didn't have a hope of keeping it out. It just soared past him and was nestling in the back of the net before he almost saw it. Liverpool get goal number 4, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, for his football tonight, certainly deserves one. West Ham win it with Kilman. Touched on an infield. And now towards the edge of the penalty area, but Liverpool get the challenge in. Here's Mo Salah. Salah inside the centre circle. Past one man, past the second. Is he going to set it up? Chance, an opportunity for goal number 5, and it's Diogo Jota. And Mo Salah carried the ball and he kept on running, weaved his way past 2 challenges, waited for the next one to come. Then he picked his moment, slid it to the left-hand side, and Diogo Jota controlled it and did the rest with a perfect finish, curling past Areola for goal number 5 for Liverpool. Welcome back to the Liverpool lineup for Diogo Jota with a goal. He's had so many problems with injuries, but a welcome back on the score sheet moment for him. It's West Ham United 0, Liverpool 5.
Call Call the football phone in 0800 731 9333.
BBC Radio Merseyside.
Liverpool fans, let me know how you're feeling off that one. It's a very Merry Christmas and a happy New Year indeed, isn't it? Last one of 2024, that, and Liverpool going in 8 points clear at the moment. We'll wait and see what Arsenal and Chelsea do with their games tomorrow. And Arsenal playing on Wednesday night, of course. But Liverpool at the moment, 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League. I mean, looking at how it's gone this season, just the one defeat in the league so far. How do you think it's going to end up, Liverpool fans? Are you feeling now that you can say, I think we're going to win the league? Or is it still too soon to be thinking like that, to be talking like that? Is it business as usual, one game at a time, all that kind of thing? Let me know. 0800 731 9333. And Everton fans, a defeat at Goodison Park against Nottingham Forest this afternoon. Nottingham Forest who go second with that win, by the way. Everton, just 3 wins from 18 Premier League games this season. That is a worryingly low number, that. Really, really low. 8 draws, of course. And I know recently, draws against Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester City, that win against Wolves, but defeat against Nottingham Forest today. If those draws don't become wins soon, how soon does this become a bit of a panic situation? Let me know, Everton fans, what you're feeling tonight. 0800 731 9333. Or you can text 81333. Start your message with the word Mersey. Let's go straight to the phones. We have a red first of all. Tony is a red in Prescott. Tony, good evening.
Good evening, Phil. Hope you're well, mate.
I'm very well, thank you, Tony. I hope you are too, and I'm trusting you're feeling pretty good after that.
Yeah, I think you would expect maybe after the performance at Spurs that maybe we would be a little bit more tentative, let's say, over the holiday period. But we didn't see that at all, really. It was a very dominant performance, to be fair. It's a shame about Joe Gomez, but luckily Canate's back in training next week with Conor Bradley, so Jarell Quansah will get a couple of games in, no doubt, before the big man comes back in.
Yeah, it could be a really timely return, that. Jarell Quansah, any concerns about Jarell Quansah coming in? Because he's not had the best of seasons for Liverpool, given how he started last season. Obviously, he started the season, didn't he, against Ipswich and fell out of favour pretty quickly. Any worries there, or is this kind of slot machine, if you like, just so well oiled that, you know, whoever slots in somewhere, it'll probably work out?
No, I'm not worried. Not worried about him at all. Very good player. Yeah, I think the start of the season didn't help. And then obviously the form of the big man kept him out of the team. So he wasn't getting minutes coming on now and again as a right back, a bit of a utility player. But it's all part of the education. At the end, he learnt that lesson, didn't he, from the first game of the season. If you don't perform, you might not get in for a good while. So it might be wise to play well when you come in. But he's still a babby, really. Let's be honest. No issues with that, and the big man's back, and Conor Bradley will be back as well. So looking good. It was a bit strange, Phil. That I don't know if you know anything about it, but why Chiesa wasn't on this squad at all. I've no idea, because he's fit as far as we're all aware. I don't know, maybe
he had been missing through illness from a previous squad. I know that much, so maybe it's a continuation of that. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I'd have to check that one, Tony, and get back to you. But I know that he did come back, and then illness kept him out. So maybe he's not quite right after that. Still, just wanted to ask you, Tony, about Trent Alexander-Arnold getting on the score sheet today. Okay, it was deflected, but a bit of a cracker from long range. The celebration, doing the sort of talking hands to the crowd. What did you make of all that?
I think, look, at the end of the day, we all know there's a game going on with all 3 players and their agents and the club. I think he's basically saying, I'll talk when it's my turn to talk, and it's not yet. I think that's what he's saying. When I've got something to say, I'll say it. And so I think he's basically talking about maybe the story, intimating about the story today in the Real Madrid mouthpiece, which is Marca, which is just a comic, basically. He's basically saying, ignore that. I'll tell you when I've got something to say, if there is something to be said. I think I said last week, I think all 3 will sign new contracts. That's what I think will happen now. but I may be wrong. But I've got a feeling that all three of them will sign new contracts because there's, let's be honest, there's not many places you're going to go and win as many games and as you are in this particular squad under Arne Slot. It's only going to get better because he's obviously inherited the squad that Jurgen brought in, the players that Jurgen had brought in over a few years. Arne Slot's going to have his own, tweak in maybe in the January window. We don't know, but certainly in the summer. And I think we've seen now, Phil, Arne Slot technically is very, very good coach. Really smart. He's as smart as paint, Arne Slot.
I don't think we can argue about that. I mean, the way he seems to change games as well at half time, and the way Liverpool can tweak things halfway through or partway through and really see it home in the second half. I know it was a more of a complete performance today, and West Ham were certainly dominated by Liverpool. But yeah, I think you're right. We've seen just how good a coach Arne Slot is, and full credit to the Liverpool recruitment team for getting that recruitment done. Tony, we'll have to move it on for now, but thank you very much for your call. Tony is a Red in Prescott there. Everton fans, how are you feeling after today? We've had a few messages coming in. Dave in Croxter sent us a WhatsApp on 08000 321 333. Started the message with the word Mersey. You can do exactly the same if you want to send us something in. Dave says Dyche needs sacking, hasn't got a clue. We never look like scoring goals at the end of my tether, and I'm pretty sure those are angry face emojis from Dave in Croxteth. Let's see if we've got any angry face emojis on the phones. John is a blue in Crewe. John, are you angry after today?
More than angry, Phil. Listen, we all the good work that we did over Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester City got undone today. If someone can find a way to do it, Sean Dyche will find a way to do it. Now the facts are quite simple. Jack Harrison, I'm sick of hearing people defend him because he's undefendable. The man is a championship player and he's not even wanted by Leeds, let alone in the championship. Sean Dyche persists with him. Now, Sean Dyche has got to go. It's quite simple because if we can wrangle something or make some signings, which we need to do in the new year, we shouldn't be giving Sean Dyche money and asking Sean Dyche who he wants at the club. Because the man, there's 36,000 fans at the end of the tether, Phil. We go home and away, we pay good money, and we expect to see something produced on the pitch. Now, he actually said he said in a thing to the BBC after the game that Nottingham Forest were amazingly brilliant. They were his words, Phil. Nottingham Forest were amazingly brilliant. Was he watching a different game than me? Come on, they give the ball away so many times and miscontrolled the ball. They were a very average team. Good luck to them if they're second or third. They won't finish there, but they're riding the crest of a wave, and good luck to them. End of story. But if Sean Dyche is actually trying to sell us the fact that they were an amazingly brilliant team, he's having a laugh because they weren't. And if all they did was sit back and let us, we got the ball and we didn't know what to do with it. Absolutely clueless, Phil. Unless we're defending, we don't know what to do with the ball, and that's the truth of it. And I'm sick of hearing people trying to defend the undefendable. You've got to say how it is. Sean Dyche has got to go. It's as simple as that. And the sooner he goes, the better.
John,
get someone in that's got some style of play because it's driving me to distraction, Phil. Seriously.
Yeah, you mentioned the point on Dyche, John. You mentioned about Harrison and him being a championship player. If he's not sort of got the tools there, if you like, I mean, has he got a hand tied behind his back if he's got players that aren't quite up to it? Because if you look at some of the sort of returns that you've got from midfielders and forwards this season, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has scored 2 goals. If you look at the right wing, for example, Lindstrom and Harrison between them have got 1 assist all season.
Well, that's how we set up, though. Our setup is what we've got, we hold. There's no adventure. And Dyche spends more time defending than attacking. We get the ball, and Decore, and not just Decore, but there was two shining examples. We're on the break. Decore gets the ball. Instead of sliding the ball forward, he turns round and goes backwards again. It's just slow, sideways, slow, and that's the truth. I don't want to be negative about. Listen to Liverpool winning 5-0. You think I have any joy that I come on moaning? I'm the next call after a buoyant Liverpool fan who are top of the league. I don't get any joy out of it. It kills me that we're playing the way that we're playing. And the thing is, it's got to stop. And the only time it's going to stop is when we get rid of Sean Dyche and we get someone in that's going to give us some style of play, some direction, and something to be positive about moving into the next stadium. Because he's not the man to be spending money and buying players. I'm sorry, he's just not, and that's the end of the story for me.
But you mentioned no worries. You mentioned there, John. Sorry, I just want to say you mentioned there about Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are second in the Premier League, and if you think they're not going to finish there, that's fair enough. But at the moment, they're the second best team in the league. Is there not a bit of slack or leeway given the sort of quality of opponent today?
No, because they didn't produce it on the pitch. They did you see how many times they passed the ball? They had a simple pass. We couldn't even play the simple pass half of the time. We just sat back and allowed them to come at us over and over and over again. And when we got the ball, there's nothing quick about us. It's just predictable. Same week after week after week after week, and that's how it is. And there's so many people just frustrated and fed up of it. We go along to support the team, and we go along and we back them 100%. I don't want to be screaming and shouting at players on the pitch. It doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't help anything. But I don't want to be leaving after 65 minutes in disappointment, by the others, because I don't want people to hear me shouting and screaming and going crazy at my ear. I want to go and enjoy the game, and at the moment it's a horrible experience, especially at Goodison, to go and watch the game. And the book stops with one man. It's not just Jack Harrison. I'm just using him as an example, if you like. But Mikalenko keeps getting found out as well, and Mikalenko's a good defender, so let him just defend. We keep trying to narrow the pitch down, and it doesn't suit us. We're not an expansive team. We're just absolutely boring to watch. Absolutely boring. And all we're doing is playing into every team's hands. We're all right if we don't have the ball. We can defend, but the worst thing that can happen to us is a team sit back and say, come on, come at us. We haven't got the class, the guile, the know-how to break these teams down. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we should be doing so much better. We're Everton Football Club. We're moving into a new stadium, new owners. This is all positive things, but there's still a big negative there. And until he goes, nothing's going to change. And like I said, the worst thing for us is all the teams underneath us now. Crystal Palace were 9 points behind us.
Yeah, they've won today.
Wolves picked
up another point today.
Wolves have got a point. All these teams, the one thing they're doing, they're scoring goals. We scored one goal in 5 games. We don't look like we're going to score. We just set up so negatively, and that's how it always is. We need to change our style of play, and we need to change some of our personnel.
I just wonder, John. To do it. You mentioned the manager, John. Have you got anybody in mind for them? It's okay if you don't, because it's not your job as a fan to be picking the next manager. But do you have a preference? Is there anyone out there that you think Everton should be looking at?
Well, I personally, I would go with Graham Potter.
Yeah, he's available, simple. I suppose, isn't he? Do you think
he's
he'd take it?
And I'll tell you what, he would snap your hand off. The comments, if you look back at the comments, when we played Brighton and we won 5-1, he was speaking afterwards. He was on Sky Sports, and he was just saying, this can happen. And he said, when you look back, and he was talking about Everton in glowing terms, that he had a respect for Everton. You know what I mean? And that's what you want. You want someone to come that's got some sort of an idea. At the moment, seriously, Sean Dyche is just not the man, and I've supported him. Give him every chance in the world, and supported the team home and away without fail. We're always there, and we always will be, because we're Evertonians. That's how it is. But there comes a point in the day when you've got to say, thank you very much, Mr. Deitch. You've done us proud up till now. No hard feelings, and move on. And it's not going to cost a fortune. It's not on a magic amount of money, you know what I mean, to get rid of him now. It's only till the end of the season, and get someone in. Even if we got David Moyes in till the end of the season, just someone that's going to give us a style of play, and someone who can. We need a couple of players. We need to freshen it up a little bit. You know what I mean? That's the truth of it. We need just a little bit of freshness in the team. Yeah. It's just the same old, same old, same old. It's on the pitch, off the pitch, the same old things, the same old faces. We need to just freshen it up a little bit till the end of the season. And then we need to major surgery. Okay. We need to have a look at the players that we've got, the players that are out of contract. You know what I mean? Sometimes Decore has been a great servant. I'm sick of people say, "Oh, you can't say anything about Decore." He has been a great servant to the club, but he's a yard short now. He's always just you know, and that's what it is.
John.
I don't want to say anything bad about the players. You know, I love all of them. I'd buy every one of them a drink if he was in the thing with me now. But the thing comes that your time comes, and it's as simple as that. Where you got to say
John.
Thanks very much and move on, and that's what we need to do with Sean Deitch.
Yeah, I understand your point, John. Very well made. Thank you very much indeed. John is a Blue from Crewe joining us there. Goes home and away and is not happy, it's fair to say. Do you agree with John if you're a Blue? 0800 731 9333 is the number to call. We're on until 8 o'clock tonight on BBC Radio Merseyside. I'm Phil Munns. This is Total Sport, and it was total domination from Liverpool, wasn't it? We've had a message in on WhatsApp. Tony in Anfield, as a Red, not getting carried away. A lot of football to be played yet. Looking good, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. Jim is a Red in Prescott. He's on the phone. Jim, is that a view that you share, or do you think actually, you know what, with what we're seeing with the lead that we've got, why not get carried away? Why not think that this trophy, this Premier League is ours?
Bill, this reminds me back to 2020. And it's reminiscent of that, and the motivation is there. It's like, I mean, the only worry I've got is that we're playing Notts Forest on the 14th of January.
Yeah,
and they'll be going for a double, you know, because they beat us 1-0 at Anfield. Okay, I don't think Liverpool turned up that day, but you know, the proof is in the pudding. They're second in the league. They've got 37 points. We've got 45, so obviously we've got a game in hand over them, but we are 8 points clear of them. If Arsenal win tomorrow, maybe, then okay, we're 6 points clear of them with a game in hand. It's one of them where I can't see Liverpool slipping up. There's nobody. We've played them all now, and there's only Forest who beat Liverpool. There's only Nottingham Forest who beat Liverpool at Anfield. So I can't see nobody beating Liverpool. Nobody. And who knows, you know, if they get it sewn up by just after Easter, then maybe they might drop off and lose a few when they've won it already. But I can't see it. And as for Mo Salah, sublime, absolutely sublime today. I mean, he, you know, sometimes I think he's greedy, but he's not, because you know, he passes the ball so much. He gives so many assists to other players.
Yeah.
And today he could have had an hat-trick.
There was one today where he passed it and he kind of like messed it up a little bit when maybe he should have shot. And you're right, a couple of assists, another goal, and it's just all in a day's work for him.
The thing is, at his age, it's a joke. There's no other player on the planet who can do that, who's done this now at his age, and there's nobody to touch him. And unfortunately, because I don't know what happens in Europe with the Ballon d'Or, but forget about that, because I think that's all, you know, by the by. Anyway, I think, you know, whoever decides, because I remember Kevin Keegan getting it years and years ago, but that was a different story then. But to get to, you know,
do you think he should be winning a Ballon d'Or? Is he that good?
Oh, he's world class, and it's like people have said. If we keep him for another 2 seasons, because he's good for another 2 seasons for Liverpool to carry on winning all these trophies, because I know we're going to get a few trophies this season, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. And we've got the in-depth of players now that are coming back injury-free. Okay, the odd niggles they get, but they all want to play. They all want to play for Liverpool. He's 34. Give him another 2 years. Then he can go to Saudi when he's 37, and he'll be a messiah over there. He'll be king of Egypt, like he is here. And he has been for years, and he is like one of my top 5 all-time Liverpool players. He's unbelievable. And watching him today, I couldn't believe it. I just thought, what an amazing player. And like I say, the 14th of January, I'm not worried about the Man United game. You know, they're sort of like, they're still going through this transition, even though they've got a new manager. I thought the new manager, they'd start winning games, but...
No, it's gone the other way, it seems. It seems Van Nistelrooy did all right, and this new fella's is struggling a bit. I think he's, quick. I can't remember the exact stat off the top of my head, but he's made a poor start. I'm
not worried about any of them. It's like I say, Notts Forest, I think we'll do them at the City ground. I think, did he still play the City ground, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do them there, and then it's plain sailing. I mean, all we've got to all I was concerned about is getting in the League Cup final, and then obviously beating Accrington Stanley. Hopefully, we can beat Accrington Stanley at Anfield, and then go into the 4th round of the FA Cup, and then as for the Champions League, well. 6 games, 18 points. 18 points, that'd put us about 18th in the Premier League after 6 games on 18 points. It's a joke. It's an absolute... It's phenomenal to go and watch them play now as well. It's a pleasure. You don't feel bothered.
Do you always feel like it's going to be, even when on the rare occasion that, like the other day with Leicester, that you concede the first goal, do you still always feel confident that... We'll turn this around. We'll get it one way or the other.
Well, when I was looking at some of the, like today, I'll put it another way. Today, obviously, Liverpool won 5-0. And Anthony Taylor, within the first 15, 20 minutes, made 2 mistakes, big major mistakes, give 2 corners away. Okay, you let him away with 1, not 2. And if they would have scored from one of them corners on a different story, Liverpool drew, then I'd be devastated. I'd be thinking, I'd be calling all the referees going. But he's got away with that. And I feel Anthony Taylor started to ref better than he used to since, I don't know if he had some sort of hiccup in Europe. But he seems to be reffing a lot better now and making better decisions. Maybe I'd say that the 2 corners, they were both on the opposite side of both linesmen. Of the linesman, where the linesman was.
Yeah.
And it's one of them where you think, okay, the linesman can't see it, and maybe Anthony Taylor wasn't doing his diagonal the way he should, because refs play diagonals right wings or left wings, and I think he was playing right wing diagonal, and he should have been further up to see, but he didn't see the Gomez one. And obviously, we could see that it wasn't corners, 2 corners that they got. But things like that, we say it swings and roundabouts, but there was too many times that when Liverpool have, say, got a draw, or like other games where, they just about got through, then decisions like that are bad for you. And other teams have suffered, like Wolves did severely last season.
Yeah, Wolves really had to be in their bonnet over it, didn't they, last season?
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But the thing is, I don't think referees can stop us winning this league now.
I think you're right. I mean, it's looking so strong for you, Jim. Jim, thank you very much for your call. I must move on, unfortunately. We've got a few more callers to get through, but really appreciate your call. Jim at the Red in Prescott there. Some messages that have come in as well. This is from Colin from Mel's. What's the thing Dyche has got for Decore? To go 4-4-2, he took our best midfielder, Gay, off and put Decore in his position. One thing Frank Lampard got right was Decore is in no way good enough, but he's first on the team sheet, for Dyche. As soon as they both go, the better for Everton. That's Colin Malone from Mel's. Thank you very much for your message, Colin. On the text, it's 81333, by the way. Start Mersey at the start of your message. Let's go back to the phone, shall we? We've got Ben, who's a Blue in Norris Green. Ben, good evening to you.
Hi, mate. You okay?
I'm okay, thank you, Ben. How are you feeling after that one?
the same as I've felt probably since Sean Dyche was appointed. And to be fair, I'm at my wit's end now. I can't watch the team. With me blood boils. It boils with anger how bad they are, and the way he sets up the team, the system he plays, and the substitutions he makes. Honest to God, my blood pressure's through the roof watching this side now. I can't take any more of it. I just can't do it anymore.
Is there more to come from these players, do you think, then? If it's the way they're being set up, do you think that another manager could get more out of this squad, or is Sean Dyche having to work within the limits?
I'm not going to be stupid enough to sit here and say that it's not on the players. The players, we know that we've got eyes. We know the players have their limitations, but you cannot tell me that someone else set up with a proper system couldn't do a better job than this. Defensively, we're not too bad. The players we've got at the back, well, I say the centre backs are good. Mikalenko is atrocious. Ashley Young, being a brilliant player, he shouldn't be playing Premier League football at nearly 40 years of age. And if he is, he shouldn't be doing it for Everton Football Club. You've got the lad Patterson who come on there today. In 10 minutes, he's done more and offered more going forward.
Would you like to see more from him? Because Sean Dyche doesn't seem to favour him at all, does it? He just doesn't get the minutes under Dyche. No,
Sean Dyche favours who he favours. He has his favourites. And it doesn't matter what they do or how bad they play. They will start games. Jack Harrison being one. Abdoulaye Doucouré being another. Doesn't matter what they do. Abdoulaye Doucouré nowadays, don't get me wrong, you'd have me gratitude for what he done last season. When he got brought back into the fold, he popped up with a few important goals. He'll always have me respect for that. But now, in 2024, he's not a Premier League footballer anymore. He plays like he's wearing a pair of jeans. That's how he plays. He plays like he's playing in a pair of jeans and a pair of Timberland boots. He's got no technique, no touch, and everything breaks down the minute the ball's at his feet. And when you listen to Sean Dyche's post-match press conference, he gaslights us into thinking he's the best we can do. Now, maybe last season, beginning of this season, he harps on about how much noise there is around the club and blah, blah, blah. But that's not the case anymore. There's new owners in. And if these new owners want to move us on, the first thing they need to do is leg in before this January transfer window opens. Graham Potter's unemployed, like the last fella said. David Moyes is unemployed, like the last fella said. Now, I wouldn't go for either of them moving forward, but David Moyes is a safe pair of hands to the end of the season. And if he can prove he gets the job beyond that, then great. But
do you not think Dyche is a safe pair of hands in terms of keeping Everton in the league? No?
Now, Sean Dyche, we are banking, now it's got to the point with Sean Dyche, we're banking on Leicester remaining worse than Everton. Because the new manager bounce is real. And Wolves, now look at them. 2 wins and a draw. They're 1 point behind us. They were adrift. And they're now 1 point behind Everton. Ironically enough, their new manager bounce is a fellow we interviewed and didn't hire. In Vitor Pereira.
Yeah, he nearly signed for Everton, did he? Was it just before Lampard became manager? He was very close to becoming the manager?
Yeah. We can't continue with Sean Dyche because if you keep circling the drain, eventually you're going to go down it. There might not be a huge budget for January, but there's sort of a budget. There's more than we've had. Just don't give it to him. Don't give it to this fella, for God's sake. He's a dire. I've never seen Everton play worse of football, and I'm talking about Lampard and Mike Walker as well. I've never seen Everton play worse of football than they do under him. It's not football. It's disgusting, and I can't watch it anymore.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there. Ben, thank you very much for your call. I hope you have a good evening. Cheers. Thanks for calling. Ben is a blue in Norris Green and another blue that is, quite frankly, quite furious with Sean Dyche, it seems. Let's go to another red and get back on the phones. Liverpool, of course, 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League tonight. 8 points clear of the nearest challengers, Nottingham Forest, at the moment, which I don't think many of us thought we'd be saying at the start of the season. Of course, Arsenal and Chelsea still to play in this game week. But Frank, I mean, tell me how you're feeling tonight. Do you feel like this is it now? I'm watching the champions elect.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the Reds, but what I want to talk about is the actual fans who have gone down to London and are having difficulties getting home. And I wonder why the Premier League do this. They give Northwest teams, like Man United, Man City, Everton, Liverpool, and they're sending them to London at different times of the year, and they can't get home. And I'd like to know what the lads think about that.
You know what? I think we all know what it is. The TV companies will pick the games that suit them and that get them the audiences. And unfortunately, that means that match-going fans are a bit of an afterthought. I think that's the long and short of it. I don't know what you think, Frank.
No, what I'm trying to say is like the likes of Avanti can't run a service throughout the year, but the Premier League put the likes of the Northwest teams, not just at Christmas, but different times of the year.
Yeah.
And the fans can't get home.
No, I know. And like I say, I think it is literally the TV companies will pick what suits them, and, you know, the fans will just have to deal with it. And it's, I'm not saying that's right, by the way. It's just how that's just how I think it is decided.
I've been watching Liverpool from 1961 to 1985 after the Heysel, and I just don't understand why the Premier League is allowed to do this. There's no thought for the fans.
I know. No, it's so frustrating because it should be about the match-going fans. You're right, Frank, and unfortunately they just seem to be an afterthought these days, and it's all about the best picks for TV. It's a shame.
They were listening to the commentary before, and they were saying that trains were cancelled.
Yeah, it's this service it's a Sunday between Christmas and New Year, and yeah, they're basically struggling to put on decent services by the sounds of it.
Why don't the Premier League take a view of that? And why can't they, for argument's sake, why can't Liverpool play Man United, Man City, and Everton over the periods of time?
Yeah.
I'm just an old fella, you know.
Well, they do that in National League North. In National League North, they make sure that the local teams play each other, so fans don't have far to go. So Boxing Day and New Year's Day, our coverage is two derbies in National League North, because you've got Chester and Warrington, and you've got Marine, and you've got the fourth team is escaping me off the top of my head, but they're all playing each other at this time of year. So it's Southport. I don't know why I forgot Southport. It's Southport there. So they all play each other this time of year. Thank you very much for your call, Frank. We'll have to move on because we've got Virgil van Dijk coming up in a moment. Some messages that have been coming. Dave in Crosby says, we all know that Salah is a superb player, but I think that Luis Diaz is almost as influential. That's a big shout. He's gone up several notches this season. Absolutely top class. That is a big shout. And another message saying, give Mo his dough. He was sublime tonight, with a fire emoji on WhatsApp. No name on that WhatsApp as well. And a few more messages that we'll try and get through. But we are going to try and hear from Virgil van Dijk, who's been speaking to BBC Radio 5 Live.
Virgil, can you just put into words how good Liverpool were today?
I think it was obviously the numbers speak for itself. I think it was a very dominant performance from start to finish. Great goals, could have been more, kept the clean sheet, and especially in this time of the year where the games are coming thick and fast, traveling around the country, was a very, very important victory, and a good way to finish off 2024.
You mentioned about Christmas football. Just what's it been like for you as a player? Because this team's banging in the goals at the minute. What a week. 14 goals in 7 days.
Yeah, obviously the festive period is chaotic. A lot of games. Obviously everyone has their own situation in terms of families over, busy household or whatever. So it's not easy to make sure that you are fully focused on the task ahead. Now in our case, I think everyone did outstandingly. Everyone was so professional, and you could see that in the performances as well. I think it says a lot about the team and the character that we showed today, but obviously last game as well, that, you know, it was good to see. And now we have a couple of days with our families to wind down a little bit, and then we focus on United.
Can you just give us some words on Mo Salah? I think we're just watching an unbelievable footballer here, aren't we?
Yeah, listen, he's very clinical. You can't deny that with everything he's been doing, the numbers that he produces, and that's very important for us. And he knows how important he is, and he has to stay that if we want to achieve the goals and dreams that we have as a football club. And we need him at his best, and the rest of the team as well.
And you talk about them goals and dreams. It looks you're 8 points clear at Christmas. You're in with a very good chance of winning the Premier League. Is that fair to say?
We're in, what is it? 29th of December. So let's speak about this thing in April, May time. For us, it's just now time with the families. That's a very precious and important time that we need. And then we focus on United.
And a lot of Liverpool fans will want to know about your future. Anything to say?
Nothing.
There we go. One word, nothing. I'm sure some news may well come out soon, because what are we now? Just 3 or 4 days away from that trio of players being able to speak to other clubs. So we will wait and we will see. Some messages to finish us off tonight before we end on the highlights from today. We've got Dane for Blues got in touch with our X account at BBC Mersey Sport on X. If they played for a draw, they'd have gotten one, just like versus City and Arsenal. Forest are horrible and well drilled, limited but very strong in defence, and do well what they do. Personally, would have put better on from the start to rough them up, and bro yet last 30, a point dropped. Thank you, Dane for Blue, for that one. Ped from West Derby, good evening to you. Sean Dyche is not the issue. He doesn't buy the players. Kevin Thelwell loaned 2 championship wingers in Harrison and Lindstrom. Thelwell signed Beto. Thelwell hasn't recruited an alternative left back. Dyche is doing the very best with very limited resources. Interesting to hear. Thank you so much for all your for all your calls, for all your text messages, for all your WhatsApps as well. Really have appreciated you getting in touch with the show throughout the day. And it's been a pleasure to bring you these commentaries today. Mixed fortunes. We had 3 games. We had a win, we had a loss, and we had a draw. Everton defeated by Nottingham Forest at Goodison Park by 2-0 in our 3 o'clock commentary. Tranmere Rovers came from behind to get themselves a point against Barrow. A couple of crucial games coming up now for Tranmere against Carlisle and Morecambe. And for Liverpool, well, it's strength to strength to strength. Top of the league, 8 points clear of the nearest challengers, Nottingham Forest. Will Liverpool go on to more glory? Good night.
Ball forward towards Wood now inside the penalty area, over the goalkeeper and in the back of the net. And Nottingham Forest have the lead. It's Chris Wood. Well, in the end, it was a simple finish, just lobbing the ball on the volley over Jordan Pickford and into the back of the empty net. And Forest, well, after a good start from Everton, Forest have just got themselves into the game, and now they've got the opening goal again this season. Branthwaite, and that's a bit short, and Alanga will pick it up now for Forest. Here's Wood, Gibbs-White on the far side. Here's Gibbs-White, one touch, second touch is a goal, and Nottingham Forest double their advantage. And Everton caught at the back, and it's a long way back from this now. There's half an hour to go, and it's Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2.
Alexander-Arnold runs in field, then finds Diaz. Great for Diaz again. Diaz shoots, Liverpool 1-0 in front. Fantastic finish from Luis Diaz. The hard work was done initially by the run in field from the right-hand side from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was worked towards the edge of the penalty area. Luis Diaz initially tried a 1-2 that didn't come off, but the ball broke back to him from a West Ham defender, and he smashed it right-footed beyond Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool take the lead. Alexander-Arnold in field for McAllister. Floated ball forward. I think Salah was offside, but the referee way play on football. Chance for Salah. Salah wriggles past his man, and Cody Gakpo knocks the loose ball into the back of the net, and Liverpool make it 2. Lovely floated ball from McAllister, high, and when it dropped in behind the West Ham defence, Liverpool were motoring towards the box. Looked like a really good opportunity for Mo Salah to get his customary goal. Eventually broke free for Cody Gakpo, and Gakpo did the rest from close range. Liverpool again with possession half the pitch. McAllister finds Curtis Jones. Here's Salah inside the penalty. Shoots! It's goal number 3. It's another fantastic finish from Mo Salah after McAllister had won the ball. Got the Liverpool press started, picked out Curtis Jones, right-footed pass for Jones, for Salah in the inside right position, on his left foot, low, past Areola and into the back of the net. Liverpool in cruise control at the London Stadium. It's West Ham 0, Liverpool 3. Liverpool work possession towards the edge of the penalty. Driven shot is fantastically hit. The goalkeeper Areola didn't have a prayer. Lovely goal for Trent Alexander-Arnold, right-footed. 30 yards, lashed it goalwards, and the goalkeeper just didn't have a hope of keeping it out. It just soared past him and was nestling in the back of the net before he almost saw it. Liverpool get goal number 4, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, for his football tonight, certainly deserves one. West Ham win it with Kilman. Touched on an infield. And now towards the edge of the penalty area, but Liverpool get the challenge in. Here's Mo Salah. Salah inside the centre circle. Past one man, past the second. Is he going to set it up? Chance, an opportunity for goal number 5, and it's Diogo Jota. And Mo Salah carried the ball and he kept on running, weaved his way past 2 challengers, waited for the next one to come. Then he picked his moment, slid it to the left-hand side, and Diogo Jota controlled it and did the rest with a perfect finish, curling past Areola for goal number 5 for Liverpool. Welcome back to the Liverpool lineup for Diogo Jota with a goal. He's had so many problems with injuries, but a welcome back on the score sheet moment for him.
Yeah,
it's West Ham United 0, Liverpool 5.
Total Sport.
BBC Radio Merseyside.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
play BBC Radio Merseyside,
and on your radio.
The sound of Liverpool is
BBC Radio Merseyside.
At 8 with the BBC News, I'm Anna Preston. The flight recorders have been recovered from the wreckage of a plane which crashed at an airport in South Korea, killing all its passengers. Footage shows the aircraft skidding off the runway before crashing into a wall and exploding. 181 people were on board the flight from Bangkok. Just 2 cabin crew members survived. Our correspondent Jean McKenzie is at Muan Airport.
Just because the bodies have been retrieved doesn't mean that they have been identified. That process takes a lot longer, and because this process is taking so long, that's very painful for the families. That's why they're still in this terminal building. And so every so often, somebody in the terminal building will get up and read out a few more names, and then there will just be this eruption of pain and heartache.
The Home Office says it's supporting French authorities after 3 people died while attempting to cross the Channel. 45 others were rescued. Officials said people ended up in the water when trying to board a boat off the coast of Sangatte. Figures suggest almost 170,000 retail workers lost their jobs this year. The Centre for Retail Research blames the losses in part on the collapse of major chains such as Homebase, Lloyd's Pharmacy and Ted Baker. A charity is calling for more help for people with ADHD and autism to find employment. About 700,000 people in the UK are autistic, but less than 1 in 3 have jobs. Cameron Clark landed an IT job at a big insurance company after volunteering at York's community furniture store.
I've got my ADHD and autism. I like IT. Computers, I understand them better than I normally do people, and being here, getting that experience got me the job I've got. I still want to help out here as much as I can. I just want to give back to say thank you.
The father of Dame Deborah James says it's incredible that a campaign set up before her death has helped fund the installation of a new radiology machine at the hospital where she was treated. The broadcaster died from bowel cancer in 2022. Her Bowel Babe Fund has raised £1 million for the Royal Marsden in London. Alistair James said the campaign's success would have meant so much to his daughter and was a way of giving back to the doctors and nurses who treated her.
I think Deborah would have been so thrilled about the impact that's been made that people still remember it. I think she loved them. She loved them and respected her, and they gave her so much back. So this was part of the way the fund could say a big thank you on Deborah's behalf to them.
Nottingham Forest's extraordinary season continues. Their 2-0 win away at Everton sees them up to second in the table. Meanwhile, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola says there's no chance his side will win the Premier League this season. Speaking after a 2-0 win at Leicester, he insisted there's other things to fight for, like the FA Cup and making it into the top 4. You're up to date. It's 3 minutes past 8.